Oh, I'm not good at singing that at all. Fuck. Are you gonna capture? Wow, you're gonna do it fucking immediately, huh? Look at him, he's in the back. He's in the back trying not to be the main character, but we know. We know.
Trying desperately.
Although I do gotta say, it's really funny to see anything with photography companies just like, hey, don't do it that way. Gotta do it right. Hey, Tiger.
What up?
Shush.
What's wrong?
I may have spent 30 pulls a while ago. Back to aggressive photography. That's not the button. God, the continued numbering is throwing me off. Pursuit. Aggressive photography, such as Dead Rising 1. Nah. If you want aggressive photography, you want to watch... And this is not a recommend, it's just a joke. The show's kind of ass, honestly. You want to see Speedgrapher. That is the most aggressive photography. An anime where the opening theme is Girls on Film by... God, who did that song? Duran, thank you. Tiger, why the fuck are they all focused fights? I'm dying here.
To make you specifically suffer.
Clearly! Absolute fucking offense towards me specifically. How dare. There we go. That looks good. Look at that wonderful blue resonance. Ignore that color there. That color sucks. Oh, why can't we have Ez on our team at all times? She's wonderful.
He's so great.
Right in the limb pussy. Damn it, Yami. I love everybody flipping tails.
관리자가 아니라 지휘관이었던 거 아니야?
I see Heathcliff is the only one who's stepping up. So that means we should have yes.
이제 행동불능에 빠진 개체를 적극적으로 노리겠네요.
아니, 여길 보면 여유가 생겼을
Well,
때
that does
다른
present an interesting
상대에서
opportunity, I
집중한다는
think.
3개월 전 데이트잖아요. 커피넥이 없대요.
저희는 신경 쓰지 마시고 테스트에 집중해 주세요.
Yeah, this should. Wow, okay. I think it's time for some bone claimage. Right, Merceau's just gonna murder the shit out of that guy. Why? Oh, I see. Well, that sucks nuts. Why? I guess there's no bone claimage today. Because apparently even with 3 hate... Oh, because she has bind as well, okay. I was like, where's your speed, girl? Can I get a boneless staffer? Well, I'm gonna have to claim your bones if that's the case, Siami. I'm surprised someone in the Blade lineage doesn't have a skill that's called Deboner. You know what? Never mind. I didn't think that one through.
Clearly you didn't.
You know, Deboner, like that thing Austin Powers tries to do in that one movie. What if we turn Merceau into just a bunch of fucking, like, scribbles? Oh, that gives all Blade lineage sanity? What?
Sure does. Pretty good.
But doesn't the buff only last for the turn you use it, so you want Merceau to be fast?
So, it's designed to be spammable. Like, the resources are extremely easy to come by on a Blade lineage team.
The problem is that it only happens when Merceau uses it, so like, wouldn't Merceau need to be first in order for like the rest of the Boy Love team to get the benefits?
Eh?
Oh yeah, by the way.
Merceau, distort.
Can do, boss. You have a lot of HP. Do I have the... Oh, I'm one off, but I can't force it. Motherfucker. I don't think there's any bone claimage here, boss.
그림자 없는 햇살은 없으니 이 근육 또한 기꺼이 받아낼 뿐.
So does the big buff only occur if I use the ego? Because I know Merceau gives like what, fucking +5 to every Blade lineage character when he has that?
Something like that. He does just get a buff just for having the ego.
Yeah, but like the team buff is what I'm curious about.
Look, I don't read. I just make the buttons happen, and then the funny buttons go to the big numbers.
Because I was looking at that image for like hours trying to figure out where that buff is. Well, it looks like we just have it if Merceau's distorted.
You just need to use the ego every few turns to keep it up.
Oh, what's the buff that's the timer?
The booze.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Bring to the Fallen. You need to keep that up.
Okay, so you say the thing, and yet still, it's losing. Like, I can't complain, but
Yeah,
also...
I'm pretty sure with more stacks of resentment, you get more likely to lose the clash.
Ah, okay. God, that buff, what was it called? Drink to the Fallen just reminds me of, I think it was an Ailstorm song called Drink to the Dead While You're Still Alive. That's a really good song. Time to eat tremendous shit by getting blunt countered on a blunt weak team. Oh yeah, right. I don't have extra actions for Ish so that she doesn't have jet engines online. Now how ridiculous does this look? Oh, it has lifelink too. Okay. It is so weird to be using Blade Lineage Yisang and Don Quixote again. They're actually working.
끝나고 나서 고래구이 파티를 열어주겠다고 하니 의욕이 좀 났나?
Why is this struggling? Also, I think I may have incorrectly distributed attacks here. It's kind of hilarious how strong this Ish could be, because I have never seen the attack do its full animation. Ah, numbers. What a good announcer. Oh, that was just a fight, huh? I thought there'd be like a cutscene or something.
You think so?
Usually they'll have a book on it. If it's just a sword, then
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it's my 5-year mod anniversary. Wow.
Wow. Gonna let the chat know? As I stare directly into the camera.
No.
It's such a weird thing to see when you're a mod in a channel. You're just like, oh, okay. Oh, hey. Hardly a challenge. What a WOT.
Wait,
what's up?
Waste of time?
Yeah. Well, at least there's not much of a fight one-on-one. Service de Glue is not a combat specialized department. While they have undergone basic combat training for exigent circumstances, they are not prepared for head-on conflicts like us. Yeah, I noticed. They keep taking pictures of us with briefcases. I guess that's their job. What are they snapping away for then? Whispering behind their backs like a load of creeps. Collecting photos to include in the report to the higher-ups, I'd wager. I can see how they think that we're involved somehow. Every time they follow a lead, they end up encountering us. It's hardly surprising. Rousseau stood a footstep away from the rest of the sinners and watched in silence as they tried to come up with an explanation. What is he thinking? What does he want to say? Or is he just contemplating, observing without any preconceived notions in his mind? His silence shouldn't have been any different from his usual reticence, but as though by some chance or whim. Hey, Merceau? I was struck by this sense of brief yet distinct strangeness, and felt compelled to speak with him. Yes, manager. Don't hesitate to let me know if there's something you want to say, but aren't sure if you're supposed to say it. Yes, manager. I will do as you ordered should one circumstance occur. As always, he was deflatingly concise and direct. As though he had some rule of his own that told him this was a specific response for situations like this. Okay, but I'm talking about, like, right now, actually. Do you have anything to say, like, right now?
Manager, I have the most efficient way of relaying all the information. Grabs his head and just starts and just beams all his memories into content.
Manager, can I simply just go to therapy?
No.
Therapy is illegal.
No, I do not. It did not appear to me that he was trying to hide away anything or choosing his words in response to my question. His response was simply that. An answer. Nothing more. Is the camera distortion framing LCB? No, we do that well enough on our own, Wayward Spell Sword. Like...
We don't know the camera's motivations yet.
Like, it is a frustrating amount of times that we have happily gone dick first into the problem without realizing how it made us look. Yes, a prepared answer written down in a list of responses. That's what it felt like to me. As though this particular answer had always been the only one he had available for situations like this. Clearly, prodding for answers wasn't going to get me anywhere, so... With a curt "sure, if you say so," I turned away and took off to join the other sinners. And as I did, a few words lingered at the tip of my proverbial tongue. I was like, why can't I pronounce this? A few words lingered at the tip of my proverbial tongue, asking to be let out, so I did. Would have been nice to know what you were looking at. Oh, that? He spoke. I cannot form a judgment. What? That is because the precise definition and nature of the subject of my gaze are just as unknown to me as to you. What? Should you point to an object or enemy, I can provide a verbal explanation based on my current knowledge. If you require such information, please rephrase your question accordingly. Had I asked him again, had I tried to get to the bottom of that line of questioning, could I have found myself at the smallest peek into Merceau's psyche, which had remained entirely shrouded in mystery even after an entire year of traveling together? I suppose that's not up for me to judge. Manager. Yeah? Another battle is imminent. As you have previously instructed, I informed you of an imminent battle.
Yo, Boss Clock, are you gonna sit there all day while we do all the fighting? They're pouring out of that building over there.
So they must have been on their way to that building. Our path ahead seems clear. Executive Manager, let us neutralize those foes and head up there. Gotcha! Be right there! The brief lull of battle came to a close. And battling enemies who arrived precisely at the time Merceau had predicted when we made our way into the building. Holy hell, them blokes we fought downstairs must have been the weaker ones. How does Encore have so many guys on their patrol? There's no end to them. Huh. It is a wing, after all. Are these the taboo violators? I thought the corporate worked alone. No, I'm quite certain that they are ones from the subsequent reports. The N-Corp fixers appear just as confused as we are. It was clear to me that they were expecting to find a taboo violator here, not a big group of a dozen. What were they thinking, sending fodder like us to deal with an organized taboo violation? They should have sent taboo hunters instead. Why do you think they told us to consume canned experience containing mass melee combat? They must have thought our current manpower was to be suffice to deal with this. I don't know about that. Wait, wasn't there an extra report? One of them's a... All of a sudden, with a click, the room began to buzz with a metallic whir of some kind. Oh no. I just saw what was in the back.
Uh-oh.
And immediately I knew what it was. Distortion. Standing in the middle of the shabby room was the device I wasn't sure if I'd seen before. Wait, don't you have that in your office, Dante? Its exterior was plastered with strange shapes that looked similar to what we saw in the Chinoku in our earlier battles, making it difficult to grasp its full shape. The round object affixed to it began to rotate slowly with the dull, worn-out groan of a thing past its prime. Men! Shield your eyes! The moment it began to emit a faint ray of life, Ozus thundered in a commanding voice. I quickly turned away my gaze as well, making sure not to catch even a glimpse of it. The device could be playing a recorded video, Executive Manager. Even a brief look could constitute a violation. Shit! I saw that. I'm so finished. Just as panic began creeping into the voice of several unlucky individuals. Oh man, folks, this is starting to get a little embarrassing. A sleepy voice breaks through the darkness past my metaphorically speaking shut eyes. Mentor? Eyes up and undue. What's wrong with everyone? Got dust in your eyes? The hell's wrong with you? Don't you know that anyone who watches even a split second of recorded video in N-Corp gets... Of course. But I watched it anyway.
Bitch!
Open your eyes, esteemed fellows. This motion picture isn't recorded. Hang on, he's right. That video's not a recording. Possibly emboldened by Kim's comment, or believing that seeing the video can be excused as incidental exposure, the N-Corp employees also opened their eyes and began to mutter. So canned experience gives people combat experience? Not just well, I guess so? Because we were talking about it like BTLs, where it's something that you, is a simulation fed directly into your brain. But I guess it could also just be the much vaunted combat data.
The data.
Is that thing talking to us? I finally allowed myself a good look, which was firing a conical beam of light against the side of a wall. And this was its message, delivered via white words on a black background. So, you've tracked me down this far. After what I went through to take refuge in here, they still end up finding this place. All of you blindly consuming fake experience after fake experience without even caring about the real thing. Case number TC3224, you are under suspicion of Category 3 violation. Reveal yourself now and forfeit your illegal recordings. Should you comply, we will... What is foolery but witless buffoonery in the absence of fools? The hollowed vessel, bereft of all but lingering delusions, grants not even a brutal of echo to the dogged exorations of tools. Whoa, what's this guy on about? If you mean to obstruct our official duties, we won't hesitate to use force. Without even so much as turning around, bamboo-headed Kim raised the sword and parried away the N-Corp nail-shaped weapons. I'm only speaking as my whims guide me, my dear fellows. No need to get so huffy. I only aim to say that this abomination has no consciousness. After what I went through to take refuge in here, they still end up finding this place. All of you blindly consuming fake experience after fake experience without even a care of the real thing. This is a real good tie-in to Merceau's chapter. It's repeating the same sentence over and over. Now, that does make me wonder, was I just as far gone when I distorted? Past all words and reason? I mean, if anyone has an answer to that, it'd be you guys, right? Kim said nothing more. He turned a piercing look on us, all the while effortlessly swatting away the N-Corp employees' attacks. As though he was goading us into telling him the truth. Well, don't suppose there's any point in asking. I am no different than this abomination. Just as it wields its contraption, I must have wielded the only thing I really known, the blade, transforming into a mindless fiend consumed by a mere tool, cleaving both friend and foe alike, unrestrained.
Hey, Junior, you still on about that?
I tried to avert my eyes, I really did. Such disregard is easier said than done. How can I, when that distorted being has no qualms showing me that... Doesn't he know how rude the unsolicited reflecting of the fathoms of one's heart is? It's gotta be illegal or something. Illegal, I say. Turning a customer into a thug on a protection racket run. A mere ant before a car in motion into a swerving driver. Conjuring dead followers before the eyes of their mentor. Simply unconscionable. Rude as hell, as some might say. My poor heart almost burst out of my chest, courtesy of you. In that split second, I think I saw Merceau's eyebrows twitch. A battle is imminent, manager. Just a natural response to sensing a battle, perhaps. A blinding flash followed by an explosive bang. My vision immediately went white and decided to take its damn time coming back. And when it did, the first thing that came into view was a particularly unsettling landscape of S-Corp, followed by bamboo-headed Kim surrounded by Chinoku. Keep Keep that up and you'll shout me deaf, Ongdu. Isn't it about time we both grew accustomed to such sights? Minter, still do I wake from these dreams drenched in cold sweat? That they might blind and drag you away? This isn't so bad, is it? It's just these folks so far. Unlike earlier when... Another flash. Wait, what was that? Everything went dark. I don't understand what's happening, but first things first, we have to neutralize everyone here and get our mission back on track. Adjusting projection. I have been straying far and wandering all day for this exact reason, and... So that was its mechanism. Faust? The words began to shift rapidly before I had the chance to ask Faust what she meant. To the ones who find comfort settling in lies, I give you what most deserved your gaze. Bollocks, I'll be blind before today's over at this rate. It changed. Unlike the earlier instance, one of the distortions is different from the others. As Merceau identified, there was something different about the group at Chinoku this time. They are accompanied by someone else. A warrior in impressive armor, wielding a sword. That's a real fucking headache.
Do you mind if I take this character?
Sure, but I gotta admit, when I first saw them, I didn't realize they were a woman. Like,
Not very woke of you.
To be fair, she is wearing power armor, basically.
I was gonna say, how could you fucking tell? That armor and a great Huandao of the South Circle. To be reunited in such a manner. The warrior drew a bow that hung from the waist guard and knocked an arrow. I suppose this is how it would have gone down had you been the one to grab me. Military Commissioner Im Yong-up. How do you fare, friend?
At the signal arrows loosing, cease the accusing!
The warrior loosed the arrow, which soared through the sky with a piercing whistle. With that air-splitting sound as their cue, the Chinoku began to swarm us. Oh yeah, she's absolutely jacked, but like, everything I saw was just like, as usual, wait, what? Oh god.
This ain't like in Mirror Dungeon.
Is it easier or worse?
One way to find out. Anyhow, I'm gonna be right back.
It really depends, really. You think of it, like, you have two allies help you out, so you have more people. But you don't have any of your equal gifts.
Yeah, the lack of ego gifts is what makes this troubling. And even when I have them, this guy was still a fucking freight train. Sorry, lady. Still trying to figure out where I should duel stuff. Because the gimmick of Im Yong-up is the following. We're not gonna see all of it, but this is the big important one. She has a gimmick called Sword of the Homeland. If she is at 5 stacks, there is no effect. Below 5 stacks, the base power of an attack is weaker, but coin power is stronger, so more coins becomes a problem. Inversely, if she is above 5, coin power is weaker, but base power is stronger, so single coin attacks are more devastating. And she also has a stance system. Let's see if I can find that in the passives. She has Bear Hunt and Tiger Hunt. In Bear Hunt, she has single coin moves. In Tiger Hunt, she has multi-coin moves. In red, you want her to have more stacks of, or less stacks of the homeland. In Tiger Hunt, you want more stacks. The main way to manipulate that is through 2 moves that they have, stances. Because depending on how they are affected, they influence how much Sword of the Homeland she has. Realistically, though, you just want to keep her at 5, but that's a lot harder than it sounds. Clash start, lose 3 Sword of the Homeland. On a hit of an unopposed attack or against sword play, gain 2 sword. So I actually don't want to, I don't want to assist defend with Ishmael at the moment. In fact, I want to clash that to give her less sword play. She gains 2 stacks per round. Really? Just like by default? Where does it say that? Low stacks is stronger when she's at high, and the opposite for low. I don't remember seeing that. I just know that red stance and blue stance is where the stacks matter. Upon entering, gain 3 transition. At 0, retreat and transition to a different location. Huh. So is this just survive 3 rounds? Lose one's attack when taking shield damage equal to 10% of this unit's max HP. When Brigadine expires, end encounter. The following conditions event use a pattern that includes Bow of the Homeland arrows. When this unit loses all casters for 2 turns in a row, in a turn where they stagger or low morale. When shifting between stances, gain stacks. Or reset to 5, basically. Coin power is terrifying when it's at 45 standing. I mean, that's kind of always the case, but I didn't see anything that was related. Well, low morale, fragile, doubles bow on low sanity, but I don't see anything for high sanity. The Eastern Warstride armors are not so much equipped as they are piloted. S-Corp's Duzhong Brigade is one example of such armor. Much like R-Corp's powered armor suits and the full plate armor used by Knights of the West, the Duzhong Brigade greatly augments the user's offense and defense capabilities. But they do not mean that the armors of such potency are readily supplied. Each unit has their own unique controls and comes with the limitations of requiring separate fuels. What remains certain, however, is that with all the aforementioned armor, once the rider has familiarized themselves with the Brigadine's extended reach and heightened power output, they become such a machine of war that strives across the battlefield with the promise of slaughter. Sword of the Homeland. S-Corp's traditional art and swordsmanship is also divided into 3 branches: Sal, Pai, and Peyo. Within these teachings exist techniques that to hew and cleave through a creature of colossal stature such as Sangans? To perform them full, a swordsman must wield a great Huandao capable of varying the strain of such techniques. There are those who persevere in training for lack of talent, and there are those blessed with talent only to let it rust. All men say that the title of Apex Blade can be seized only by the gifted. It matters not. Until the day comes for this blade of mine to rise high enough to meet the clouds, I shall persevere in honing my prowess. Alright, back on the business. We want to clash with this. However, well, the clashes aren't bad at the moment. They only get bad if the sword stack goes higher. The trick is, though, when it gets low, that's typically when she's sword stance changes. So the fights are really...
that's the thing that'll get you.
Yeah, if you just, like, go all in on, say, like, forcing the state, you get blown out by the stance shift. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, she changes every 3 turns, but, if you try to focus on making this, debilitated by, say, getting the sword stacked to 1, once she switches to blue stance, you are cooked.
타겟 포착 1시간.
The other problem with this festival is that I'm not starting with 45 sanity.
연장 솜씨가 현란하슈. 선물 만들고
비와 여기.
교구 연습만 하는 거죠.
정민아! 거기서는 왼쪽으로 가서 그렇지! 좀 치는데?
Now you're gaming! Thanks, Kira. Also, this is clearly like a gimmick version of the fight because they mentioned like they'll leave once their shield is gone. Good job, Undo.
You know, we're in a bit of a pickle. I now to do something that I've yet to do, but I think I could do. Combining identity. Transformer Stone to Bamboo Headed Tiger Beat.
Bear Splitter! It's a good thing Heathcliff's not a bear.
기분이 좋아 보인다. 뭐 재밌는 거라도 봤어?
I think with this we just want to do the thing, don't we? Just clash with both of them and you'll be fine. Oh god, you're right, Heathcliff has been a bear. Fuck. It's the worst attack for him!
That should be a facade for him.
I wish, that'd be so good. We have to clash with 5 of Young Ip's attacks. Well, honestly.
Do something potentially inadvisable and ordering some fucking ice cream because it's hot.
Oh yeah.
It's so hot.
I think we hit, if I'm doing the math right in my head, I think we hit 40 Celsius today.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh yeah, the valley fucking sucks.
Why do people even live in California?
Blame the origin of my birth. Yeah, I did some napkin math there for that one. What's 105 Fahrenheit, chat? It should be about 40, right? Wow, I was exactly right. Shit. So there is a slight blessing in that there's no humidity here, but basically if the sun hits you, you feel the burn on your skin and it blows. Now I know Honglu's not a bear, so we don't have to worry about Bear Splitter. Dude, Blue Sky has no barriers for the heat. Yup.
저거 봐. 쟤 휘청거리고 있다.
And if you live in the Central Valley, you also have to deal with the, with all the shit in the air because of all the pollution being locked in from the pressure differential. It blows!
Yeah, like up our player splitter. Except for Sinclair. Sinclair doesn't need to worry about it.
So we want to clash with this because they are going into blue stance, which means we will give them more sword play, which will make blue stance worse. Oh yeah, LA doesn't have the pressure differential, they just make that much pollution. It's very funny. Wow!
Honestly,
that's fucking spooky.
Fighting against the N-Corp people would be really funny if you used the N-Corp IDs and everybody's like, oh, they're one of us. Defensive move.
Actually, hang on a second. Oh no, wait. No, hang on. We can force
it. I think you attack them, they'll go, trick me, did you?
See,
I love that fucking
I think
meme.
it would be funnier if you had the N-Corp Inquisitor IDs and they went, oh no, those guys, quick, let's get rid of them.
Stance change will reset to 5. Ah, right. Basically, I don't want to like leave this to an assisted defense, and then leave them with one.
No, you actually have all evade moves.
What was that, Tiger?
This song fucking rules.
Yeah.
No, Tiger. Obviously, they'll all use evade moves. So there's no. Let's ignore these guys.
Man, Amdu's fucking killing it. Holy shit. Too bad she has no voice acting here. Girl's aura farming for her life, but doesn't say anything.
She wants to try. She wants to show off to her mentor.
Senpai, please notice me. I'm worried about your depression.
The distortion is just there to alleviate him of his depression. Face the fear. Face the fear. Face the fear. Now.
신임 연구원들도 저분들처럼만 해주시면
경로 지원한다.
Heathcliff, I need you to get sanity.
환상체어 뒤틀림 없고
Oh, damn it. Well, I'll have to get on that bookcase at some point. Bones collected!
You're playing their tiger mark bones.
An honest bones collection. Oh, what? Hello?
We're back here, I guess.
Quick, beat at the projector.
Hang on. We don't know anything about this bitch.
Hey, can somebody make me a projector? No. Can you make me a projector? No. Can you make me a projector? No. Well, I guess I have no choice but to become a projector.
Can you make me a projector? Yes. Oh, hello, Miss Red-Eyed Lady. Ah! Also, we have the dopamine bullet.
It's wizard time, motherfucker!
We also have a wizard.
So what's
Really? Where?
Behind you.
What's the play here? I mean, we could do some bone play. Oh, we could claim some bones.
Oh yeah, baby, that's right. Yield that flesh.
Gross.
타겟 포착. 1시간에.
Why did everybody suddenly get 15 sanity twice?
For the thrill of it.
Bones claimed.
떨굴 수밖에.
Get that camera.
균형 삼수.
관리자가 상황을 효과적으로
I actually got to see, no, I didn't get to see the whole attack. Yeah, fuck that camera.
Oh man, that's going into my cringe compilation. And this shoots you gold back at you.
Get the fuck away from me. Have this giant lady instead.
아픔이다 난. 슬슬 지루하니까 빨리 끝내버리는 게 좋겠다.
I do like giant ladies.
One hit point. Yeah, the camera's functionally immortal. I knew it the instant the fucking bullet landed. Oh, we want her to gain sword play. So I guess we'll just run into her. The only problem right now is that Heathcliff's running out of bullets, and I don't want Heathcliff to run out of bullets.
Hey, do you want her to gain it?
What?
Sword
Yeah,
play.
because in blue stance, more stance is better because coin power is lessened.
Okay, but this one there was a funny passive related to the amount of swordplay she has.
Yes, when stances swap, they reset to 5 if it's not in their favor. So if they're in blue stance with more than 5 stacks of swordplay, it resets back to 5. Conversely, if they're in red stance, well, inversely, if they're in red stance, they have 1 stance and they swap to blue, they keep 1 stance and then your life is forfeit. What? Oh, you're paralyzed. Okay, fine, fucking whatever. Bone claimage. Stands to hunt bears and tigers. I'm dying from the fucking word usage. This song is pretty sick, though.
Yeah, it's
really
real
is.
fucking good.
Bones claimed. Though the paralysis makes this a lot less impressive.
You got like a pinky bone.
I was gonna say not even just like one of the tiny bones in the palm of your hand, but that would actually honestly be more impressive.
Got like a tiny piece from the wrist.
Wow, okay. Ugh.
Yeah, so you might want to reread her passives.
No, Hong Lu just didn't have the fucking coins for that.
Because memory serves, once her swordplay gets too high, everything becomes unbreakable.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the case. Hong Lu just lost the clash.
Yeah, it's just in my experience. I always keep her swordplay low. Because otherwise you're playing with fire.
See, I had the same thought when I first fought them, but then she went into blue stance and just annihilated the shit out of everybody. At min or max, convert all coins to unbreakable. So really you want her to just stay at 5 at all costs.
Yep. It gets a lot easier when she starts whipping out the red and blue at the same time.
This thing might be spooky.
Good luck.
된다면 사활을 건다.
What's that? Delicious bones?
Imagine if you would. Bones.
More bones? Thank you. Delicious.
Now imagine you would. Ish bleeding to death.
Yeah, that's the real fun of this fight. Is the bleed.
Yeah, I mean, it's always bleed. Holy shit. Where did that axe come from?
I tried taking her on with a solo Ryoshu mirror dungeon run. It didn't go great.
No, yeah.
My Ryoshu kept bleeding to death.
House of Spider strat? Or...
Yeah. Problem is it wasn't like a full run, so I didn't have all the buffs going. It was just a normal run.
Oh, I didn't get an unblocked defense there. Uh-oh. What's the math?
Fuck nerd.
Because what? High number is good for red stance, right? Why isn't Kim helping out with this one? Because Kim's a layabout.
He's kind of busy running from his past at the moment.
He doesn't want to confront his past despite the fact that the projector keeps pushing it in front of him. Hey, do it.
So...
Hey, Pat.
I want to let this one go through while Ish is defending, it looks like. All of my cards have been just kind of ass right now. Wow. So I need to heal Ish.
I've been telling you.
We might be in trouble. Especially when Faust fails her fucking clash.
I'm good at that.
Got a sure thing here, Dante fucks it up immediately. Well, she has assist defense up, so I think Ez has this.
단서를 그만큼이나 모았는데 이런 추론으로 이어진다니.
Or not.
Yeah, no, this fight fucking sucks in Mirror Dungeon.
Oh, there we go. A breather. Oh, they get reinforcements. Fucking hell. Well, Faust has a heal.
Yeah, but they are easier to beat the shit out of in this phase.
Base stack, turn in loot stack, Owen stack, retreat, transform to a different location. When returning to the field based on their current stance. Going up gains or loses stack based on the stance they were at. I don't remember where they were at. Do I have any
Don't worry, neither do I.
Do I have any other heals in pocket? Wait. Oh, I know what Yuseng has in red. Okay. Does that heal? I don't think it does. No, it is pure fuck.
You just need to break the shield anyway.
I know, but you know, I don't want this to be a fail spiral.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't think I have any other healing in pocket. Gross. Use Gipura. I do forget I have that, but I think we're good right now? I just need to meet clashes here is all.
Meat clashes? Gross. Thought you were yielding your flesh, not claiming it.
Oh, I wish you were faster, Faust. I didn't have to rely on this. I forgot I even had this.
Yes, greased.
One may like to use egos to clash, but you have to remember, some egos have really nice passes.
I forgot Don's line here is like, let's make a wish. I want to beat your head with a rock. Oh no.
I'm gonna be real, I just went through this with the House of Spiders, but that's because I don't have a fucking phone claiming team.
Well, using a blown gaming team is really there if you want to get more.
Yeah, that's my point, Festivore. I don't have a bone claiming team, so I had no reason to not use House of Spiders.
Due to the nature of what I do with these streams, I go to great lengths, let's say, to make sure I do have it. So while I have it, it's often not at a cost. Can I do? Ah, I can't heal again.
Bro, I know someone worse than you who is like wailed to hell and back.
Oh, absolutely. Limbus is the most forgiving one, but I still go through the effort to attempt and get everything.
No. I mean wail, as in actual money.
I also have used that, but like probably not to the degree because, as I mentioned, Limbus is incredibly fair. Do you have any life gain-ish? I can't read all of that. You silly girl.
I'm pretty sure Title Elegy does not have healing now.
Yeah,
The only healing, I think the only healing you have is on Faust.
Yeah, that's real fucking bad.
Just Superbia.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. My girl Bina coming in hot.
Or you can nut up.
Fuck that. I have resources, let's use them.
Oh, I don't
That would
think
be
you use this Dante Junction's Superbia, but instead he gets it messed up and just turns into an Arbiter.
Oops.
Yeah, the only manager skill I ever really use is oh god, I forget the name of it. The one where you just have their speed.
Oh, Pigrita?
Picarisha?
Yeah.
I want to like Mario Stasis more, but it being a turn 3 limit fucking sucks compared to Era, which is there forever.
I always forget Era exists.
I use none of them. Surely there'll be a battle where this would be more important to use, right? I never use it. Helix Syndrome.
As I said, I only ever use the speed debuff so I can make clashes.
Coffee Man is good for
That's if I'm
sanity building.
desperate.
That would make sense.
완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸?
I guess you're just supposed to use it as a start to like ramp up easier. Camera dead. Never mind.
Also,
수치 좋네요.
I had fun with my Ryoshu run.
무난하게 끝날 것 같아요.
뭐 지금까지 겪어온 사건을 고려하면 이런 기초적인 테스트에서 난항을 겪는 것도 이상할 테지.
Ryoshu Mirror Dungeon run recently because I got the coin, the funny coin, and foolishly used Fourth Batch Flame, utterly obliterating her sanity.
Oops.
I mean, I can use this. We could finally have an honest-to-God bone claimage. Oh, wow.
I mean, if you focus on her this turn...
Oh, absolutely. Like, what's it called? Ungdu and Ez are giving us a very interesting opportunity, let's say. However, I don't trust those guys to be left alone.
Coward that you are.
귀와 요격, 함수, 정리노화.
방금 움찔했어.
Bear split.
귀와 요격,
Bones claimed.
겨냥 삼수.
There we go.
옛날에 조직에서 싸울 때도 분에 바로 적을 다 밀어버리는 놈이 있었지.
Shut up, Heathcliff!
Yeah, shut up, Heathcliff. And just a little more, I think we might be able to smash that dang thing to smithereens, but...
Yeah, but it's really hard to focus on one thing with that huge warrior zapping in and out of reality as soon as we make ourselves an opening. It'd make our whole lives a whole lot easier if we could just get rid of one of them. All of my stress has melted away. Oh, did they win, Bayo? Battle seemed to be taking a toll on the sinners, more so than usual. It wasn't that we were up against an insurmountable foe, not even close. Not to mention how Ez and Ongdu were out here to help us. But... shit! Haven't they had enough? About time they gave up, innit? Wait, don't you go legging again! That big sword-carrying fella sure is kicking our butts, but I don't know if they're the key to solving this. Hurricanes won Stanley Cup. Nice! We ain't exactly flush with options, are we? X is blocked and we could stop mid-fight to strategize. With the battlefield constantly shifting between N-Corp and S-Corp, we simply did not have the breathing room to focus on either the projector or In-Young Up. who was swinging that great blade with frightening force. Besides,
I'm gonna go cover his back too.
it shall be done! N-Corp was sending far too many people against us. There weren't that many at first, but it seemed that the sudden spike in employee casualties in an area so close to Nest has alerted N-Corp to our location. How do we get out of this? Also, no, never mind. It's not as important as I thought. Because I saw a set of eyes right here, and I thought this was the face of the distortion, but no. There's just eyes everywhere. Faust?
And do you claim that projector's bones?
We have not yet, unfortunately, because it doesn't attack.
Yield my flesh to claim their bolts.
Faust? Otis? I'll be out here! I decided to stop racking my brain to navigate in a situation I know so little about and instead rely on the sinners with possibly more experience in the field. First, I need to know if there's any way we could deal with the endless reinforcements N-Corp is sending. And second, will defeating In Young Up or destroying the projector bring an end to this? If I may speak freely, Executive Manager, it is unlikely our present force will be sufficient to overcome the current rate of enemy reinforcements. Not only is the battle situated in close proximity to the enemy's stronghold, but there's an unpredictable variable in that strange machine that makes neutralizing even a single wave difficult. I regret to be the bearer of bad news, but we are trapped in a battle with but a single exit, which the enemies have already blocked. Without reinforcements of our own, there's a little hope in prevailing through the current predicament. Yeah, seems that way to me too. Maybe if we could neutralize the distortion phenomenon at the very least. Faust? Faust recommends entering the dungeons as the Fathoms as our exit. Dungeon? Fathoms? How can we enter if we can't even talk to the distortion? Wait. Maybe. During the LCB checkup, he says that all I have to do is read what's on the note in front of his distortion. Apparently it's some kind of code. Right! Keywords! This one seemed to be a location type, which means regardless of where the bright flashes take us, N-Corp or the twisted caricature of S-Corp, we're still within its range. In other words, as long as I have the right keyword, I can summon an entrance to the Fathoms anywhere. Okay.
Alright, let's see. Keywords. Poise, bleed, shit.
No, we added new ones, like House of Spiders and
Blade Lineage.
The Middle.
Again? The House of Spiders projector. Oh.
Hohenheim has provided us the necessary keywords for his distortion back then, but this time we had to figure it out on our own. First things first, one of them has to be photographed. It's obvious being presented throughout the entire phenomenon. If I may, perhaps experience be one of them? Yusang put his 2 cents in, having briefly retreated from the battle. There's an undercurrent of obsession with experience staining his every trail. It must have aught been in relation to what caused this. Experience. The concept alone lacks substance.
No. You see, we gotta say the activation phrase, which is something you wouldn't say normally. So, like, return their bones?
Return the slab? Uh-oh. Wrong gateway.
Return their
Echoes of
bones.
no solicitors in the distance.
Return their bones to reclaim my flesh.
Gross! It must be something more grounded. Something that is once synonymous with experience, while maintaining a through line to N-Corp's technology that was at the core of his obsession. Canned experience? Most likely, thinks Faust. Alright then. Photograph canned experience? Not seems to transpire.
The Cannes Film Festival.
Try Knicks, they seem like a Spurs fan. It was so wonderful to hear the entirety of Madison Square Garden chant in opposition of one man. Didn't, but I could feel it. Are these the kind of photographs they used to make canned experience? So that's what that sensation was. Mentioning that word shook the distortion, caused the rippling effect. But it wasn't enough to force open a dungeon. How many other keywords are there? Scraps. Sorry? Oh, I thought we were taking turns sharing what might have caused him to distort. And going by the way you folks were saying your piece to one another, I thought this was some sort of Zen riddle. Not a Zen riddle, no, but where'd scraps come from? See, when enjoying the benefits of slacking off at work, all kinds of mundanities come to possess far more interesting qualities, sometimes even revealing secrets invisible to eyes focused elsewhere. Take our person of interest. To wit, he's been poking around this area of town with an eye-watering expensive camera in tow. So conspicuously that every store owner I lightly prodded for information had tales to tell about him. Each tale added another facet to the long saga of a once-driven man. A man with a can-do attitude, an uncanny ability to pull himself up by his own bootstraps, and a clear path towards Nest residence, who became so bewitched by photography that eventually squandered his fortune on what was, in the end, nothing more than a pastime. Ah, a tale as old as time.
Mm-hmm.
And that went on until he found himself reduced to a pauper, barely making rent on a scrap heap of an apartment. In pursuit of his ideality, the man lost his grip on fortune and reality. I sought out his apartment and found a few scraps of his writing. When cold rain drops through the roof, when mold and tepid humidity together encroach from the earth, the mind begins to wander, lost. Eventually, madness is evoked in a form indistinguishable from drunkenness. The pauper loses himself. A shadow darker than any I had seen on Kim crept beneath the shade of his eyes. No, I saw that once in the past. Though it would be more accurate to say that I had heard it in his voice that echoed in his fathoms, distorted by guilt and regret.
Kim, I'm sorry to say this projector isn't the only thing projecting.
Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised by the fact that distortion has, among the countless people here, taken a particular interest in Kim. Photograph, canned experience, and scraps? Like inserting a final piece of the puzzle, the space before us momentarily warped and flashed, opening a pathway to the fathoms. Well then, we'll be right behind you, manager. Miss Ezra, this is what I had seen then, a gateway to fathoms.
Ah, this is it, huh? Neat stuff. But,
Before she could finish, Ezra had to redirect her focus from discussion back to the battle. Most of the sinners were caught in the same predicament. Some managed to disengage from the battle and prepared to enter, but Hong Lu, Gregor, and several others were busy holding off N-Corp employees. No! Get back here, Hong Lu! I need that gun! They're gonna...
like, I'm fucking dying.
They're gonna follow us if we run in now, right? Probably. Even though we aren't chained to Dante like we are can travel through the pathway once it's open, so yeah, let's not drive ourselves into an even narrower corner. I'll keep them at bay. Hearing that, Kim stepped up. My sword arm's not what it once was, but it should be enough for this. Besides, I have little wish to set foot in some ill-omened place and be tangled in such a bizarre mess. Is that what he really thinks? There was something in his eyes that led me to believe this was about more than just staying behind to protect our rear. He was... What the fuck? Huh?
no.
I hate this woman.
She's great.
What a terrible front. At least try to pretend. At least try to pretend to be sincere and make it easy for us to believe you. Did you think that terrible excuse was going to fly? What are you trying to avoid, Sword Swinger? You're not some kid trying to get out of doing his homework. I remembered hearing that entering a dungeon of the Fathoms will bring one to the spiritual fathoms that the distortion is gazing into. That what lies must be my very own, but that is what the abomination is gazing into.
That's the Tiger. Were you gonna say something?
Oh, they went AFK. That's what they were saying?
Hmm.
It's silent. You're coming with us. We ain't about to walk in blind in the place we don't know shit about, mate. Guide us in there, yeah? Oh, that's... He keeps it simple. You try that too. Learn the hard way that homework, like summer reading, doesn't go away because you don't look at it. It's still there, even as summer break comes to an end, ruining the last day of your vacation into an all-nighter.
Time for my favorite fucking line.
Araya Shiki vibrates cheerfully in agreement. Oh, Tiger's alright. They're just busy. Stop procrastinating. Go do your summer reading. What is it you said? Face the homework, save the GPA. Good lord, woman.
It's so good.
Face the sin, save the ego. It is, after all, the attitude the company expects of its employees. Ah, damn. Tiger's missing her line.
Like, she doesn't need to know.
Go, yeah.
What the fuck was that? Did you turn Ezra into Gollum there? What was that? You're gonna make a lone stand.
Oh, you.
Oh, timing! I could have waited a little.
Sacrifices I make for ice cream.
It's fine. It's also partially
You missed
my
the
fault.
best line. You missed the best line, Tiger. Which
What line?
face the homework, save the GPA.
Hey, who the heck do you think I am? I'll show you why Team Leader Moses felt safe sending me alone with you guys. This was basically a Monster of the Week situation for Team Leader and me back in our duo days. I can handle them on my own, no problemo.
I love the mental image of Ezra fighting with a bowl of ice cream.
I wanted to see how you guys handle the inflection point, but I guess you never really can have it all. But I can have salted caramel ice cream.
It turns out
Fucking
that when
bitch.
we leave the Fathoms, the whole place just dyed red. They just stand there in the middle of it, like, what happened? Don't worry about it.
Ice cream. Ah, well, guess I'll just have to trust our two Osir team newbies to handle that.
Oh, sir, team.
Now that I think about it, I think I'm setting a pretty solid example as your team senior, aren't I?
I don't like this, but it seems I have no choice in the matter as long as this employee card hangs from my chest. With a sigh, Kim shook his head and joined us, dragging his feet all the while. I shall take the vanguard. Ah, mentor, be warned that the entrance is floating. Take a tall step or you might trip. I can clearly see that, Angdu. Bring me a ladder if you're really that worried, why don't you?
No, she's calling him out for dragging his heels.
Have you need of one? A mere chest, don't worry.
이제 끝났네.
Again, Engdu has his ass so fucking
우리
whipped.
직원들 시켜서 고쳐야겠다. 수리 대금도 받고 시민들도 금방.
This is good ice cream.
돌아오고 있어.
I love just the end there. After all that dialogue, Hubert comes and is like, "Oh, are you guys done? Ah, this reminds me of a time back in my day."
이젠 좀 알 것 같네요. S사로
Fucking
떠나기
Hubert.
전까지 제가 현장
He's
수리팀에서
great.
무엇을 배워가면 좋을지.
God, how many fucking photos you have angers me.
The Boilev team is very good.
Yeah, it's very good for getting funny money for the event.
Mm-hmm.
But
Look.
what if you had more members of the Boy Love team? You can already afford a new character.
Great.
An event character who'll get you more funny money.
Oh. Is there no cap?
Isn't there a
on-
max?
Yeah, isn't there a cap?
Is there?
There usually is. I don't know if there's one for this, but
Yeah, but new character who's... Okay.
I could get them, yeah. But like, I love the Full Stop team. The Blowjob Brothers are so good! 120% is the cap, according to Schmooze, which I am already hitting. You get the Merceau Ego. That requires money at this point.
Means that you should replace Blade staying with someone else. You don't need him.
I unironically like Blade Salsa Yiseng.
Fine, you could replace Dawn and someone else.
Here's the weird part. I actually kind of like using Dawn on a poise team because she just feeds other people poise. She's not good at clashing, but she's functionally an ego gift. If that's how everyone's been living, then my life, my photographs too. So this is S-Corp 2, right? It is. It is reminiscent of my homeland, but the sights are much too hideous compared to what rests in my memories. Hideous was apt. When we emerged from the entrance of the dungeon into S-Corp streets, what greeted us was a distorted and eerie scenery I wouldn't be surprised to find in an S-Corp-themed haunted mansion. Or, you know, a stage in Neo 2.
Tis a place hardly fit for human habitation, far more dilapidated than once expected. Thou sayest that people inhabit these lands for truth?
Really? I think it's a cool vibe. Vibe my foot! I don't think I'll be able to get a wink of sleep here. The lives of the downtrodden were beset by 1,000 woes and tenfold more struggles, and the streets they inhabit reflect that reality. Many times I have contemplated in consternation how the folks here had even had the will to live on. The shadow that begun to haunt Kim's face still lingered as he looked around. If the distortion revealed the fathoms of those it gazes into, as Kim had said, perhaps this is how S-Corp is reflected in Kim's eyes. On the days when the skies were spotless blue and without orders from the council, I would scale to the roof of that choga and feel it rustle beneath my back as I lay upon it. I thought it to be a respite solely mine, yet in this mirrored world another has walked here before my arrival. Blade Yiseng's passive also affects ego.
Yep.
Blade Yiseng's passive?
Yep.
I join him in looking up at the thatched roof of the choga. Beneath it, a wicked tunnel have I passed, and now I witness myself before the one who shall strike the head from my torso. There's a figure standing tall next to the building, staring defiantly up towards the man on the straw roof. In Young Up.
Are you home? Are you home, I asked.
What a strange visitor I have. What is this look and why is it so familiar? Like, I feel like I've seen.
Let me tell you about this fabulous place called Korea.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I feel like I saw this in another game. Which you know, of course.
Let me tell you about this fabulous place.
Dude, I know. Shut the fuck up.
Korea.
Why not call at the front gate if you come seeking the master of the house? Be not like a dog barking up the wrong tree. It's unbecoming. The outfit is from K-pop Demon Hunters. Oh, I haven't seen that.
A dog? Really now? I can see you up there lounging on the roof. I'm not going to speak to the door like I'm blind.
Has a spell of some sort befallen the day? Could such an odd occurrence transpire twice successive? The work of a bewitching spirit, I say.
What's so bewitching about checking in on someone?
Isn't it odd that a high and noble military commissioner of our esteemed corporation would come in personally simply check in on how a lowly mercenary fares?
You know me?
She certainly knows her jests. She marches forth, vested in war-stride armor, yet expects no violence. She wields a two-handed great blade like a demonic yaksha, yet harbors no hostile intent. Why, who else might she be but Military Commissioner Young Ip Commissioner Young Ip the Principled of the famed Im family.
You are certainly in the habit of speaking hyperbole. I'm not so noble that I deserve to be complimented with an epithet so grand as the Principled.
Not a compliment. You see, Commissioner, this is This is a rhetorical technique known as backhanded compliments, in which I damn you with praise, for you are so bound by your precious principles that you would rather be unreasonable than betray them. Does an officer ranked second ordinate have no wit to engage in such banter? Why? Am I out of line, as they say? You two are friends, right? This was our first meeting, so no, not at that precise point. I know, I'm just saying if I were her, I wouldn't ever let myself become friends with you after such a bad first impression. Can't imagine being friends with someone who keeps pushing my buttons. Slowly turns to Heathcliff.
That's kind of rich coming from Ishmael of all people.
Maybe. But people do find friendships in such personalities if they have a taste for prickliness. You got a friend in us, don't you? Fine, you have a point. I guess I do have a habit of pushing people's buttons too. But still! I hope you're not seriously comparing the way I talk to this sassy, gotcha-digging, pun-riddled... Well, the world we live in is a vast and diverse one. Consider yourself lucky that you're surrounded by so many quirky characters. It's because of that same luck that she took the joke well, rather than responded by trying to cut off my head.
You are out of line, yes. But I knew you would be, so I take no issue with it. Though I must admit, the rumors of your sharp tongue do you no justice. Streets speak of a man they call Kim Lib, a man who once had intended to pursue the path of the brush, only to realize the sins of his forefathers and exiled himself to the back streets.
Huh.
Yet, with the sheer power of will, gritted teeth, and scarred heart, did he find in the path of the sword another way into the nest. As the right state councilor's sworn guard at that. That's you, isn't it?
All those superlatives, yet the reality is I merely found the path of man butchery as a viable way of life. Directed
Grease Lightning, I will have you know, Ish has a Massachusetts accent.
Yup. Direct any complaints you have towards the right state's counselor, if you will. Well, I am but a butchering blade that happens to fall into the right hands.
Not a compliment, just the word on the street.
Quick learner. And spare me the fancy reading of my name. Watching you pretend that pompous posturing comes naturally is painful enough already. Keep it simple and spell it out as bamboo-hatted Kim, thank you.
And does he continue to veer away from the line?
I'd rather be a corpse cold and dead than stay in line. Have a shred of mercy on me, oh mighty one.
If I had come all the way here just to punish you for every little misdeed and ill manners, I would have laid you out and split you in 2-3 ways before this riveting dialogue brought us this far.
My girl's wicked smart, which one?
Please, wicked smart, you learn how to read.
Oh god, yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, she's fucking wicked smart, dude.
I have my glasses
now
off.
Now she's gonna go out back and park the car in Harvard Yard.
My glasses are off, so I can make the vague smattering, but I didn't see the exact spelling.
So, feel safe to continue traipsing outside the line. But in return, would you answer a few of my questions? I've been watching you from a distance for a while now, and...
Really? Stalking someone's not very principled of you. You sure she didn't give you a wallop after that one? No. Truly a mystery, isn't it? Besides, she did give me free rein to continue traipsing outside the line. I couldn't in good conscience turn down such an offer of kindness. Not that I ever do. You sure have a way with words. A way of finding your way under the listener's skin, huh? Perhaps. Yet are such japes not to be expected among fellowship of close mutual bond? You don't look like friends yet, though. So, care to tell us why she's been watching you? Ah, I was engaged in the age-old pastime of throwing rocks. Oh, you speak of the game of Sukyong? I'm sorry, the subtitle really got me.
Rock tossing.
I was engaged in rock tossing. Oh, you speak of rock tossing?
Indeed.
I had a really funny situation a while ago where I was playing Dragon Quest Builders, and somebody mentioned, I finally found the island. It was difficult because it was surrounded by water, and I just sat there like, wait, hang on a second.
Islands usually are.
Yeah, I was like, you do realize what an island is, right?
It's that thing you find in a kitchen, right?
Oh yeah, true. Save them for the festivities of Dano. I was throwing rocks at passerbys.
Fie on thee, that is a wrong deed, good sir.
What a dick! I was born so I threw rocks at people. I suppose it is. People of Pyo and Cell in particular found it to be distasteful, and they did not let their discontent be hidden. I don't know how to pronounce this, so a pronunciation guide would be appreciated.
Nope, Suffer, you're just gonna have to try to muddle your way through Korean.
Ah, wonderful. But the pie and downtrodden cheered me on to a degree. They found it cathartic. Curious. Is it a right deed or a wrong deed?
Huh? Pyo, Sal, whatever is it that they're describing?
Yisong burying
Please
his...
explain for the tiny Spanish girl.
Yisong burying his hands in his face. It is a well-known truth that S-Corp is also known by its other name, Salpipio Argo Industries.
Agro Industries.
Agro Industries. A wing specializing in the general agricultural and livestock industry of the city, the vastness and depth of its responsibilities having necessitated such divisions of labor. So there are 2 food industries in the city? K and S?
So it would seem.
Different niches.
Thus, District 19 is split into 3 court circles responsible for different aspects. Sal, P, and Pyo, each meaning flesh, blood, and bone, respectively.
Yeah, it's basically just the town on the River Gorka.
Ah, I see. Sal, responsible for the cultivation of rice and other grains. Pyo, responsible for meat and livestock. Oh god, the sand plague. And Pete, Pi, in charge of the technological aspect of both. As a scientist and researcher who once toiled in S-Corp, you must have felt the persecution the Pi faced firsthand. It's believed that the Trinity was designed for balance, that they would provide assistance when requested and keep another in check. It was once a promise of cultivating a fair and substantial S-Corp. Sustainable S-Corp.
Sustainable.
Yeah, I saw that, like, the instant I left it. Alas, the noble intentions of yesteryear now lie sullied. The Trinity now degraded into 3 quarreling bands of profiteers blinded by avarice, relying not on honor but betrayal and... Perfidy? Perfidy. To claim the top... Perfidy. To claim the top of... Perfidy to claim the top of the triangle.
It's like 350, but...
Fuck you, Torpid. Yeah, the thing is, like, it seems like S-Corp does the natural aspect of raising agricultural, while K-Corp seems to be just about cloning and restructuring the matter. It's very bizarre.
S-Corp is also more than just meat.
Yeah, they're potatoes as well. And
Potatoes aren't grain.
An adherence to the flesh... Oh, what did you say, Tiger?
Potatoes aren't grains.
Yeah? An adherence to the flesh claims the position of chief state counselor and monopolizes rice as the common folk starve. An adherent of the bone...
That's just history, buddy.
An adherent of the bone, once a right state counselor, toadies to Sal and rises to the seat of left. When such shameless conspiracy permits not the common folk to even till the land as they please, anguished cries of suffering flood the streets. Thus the common folk are reduced to livestock bleeding out, hanging from a hook while bone and flesh collude like that of emaciated dead. Who shall claim the severance of flesh and bone and force them both to yield? Is that why yield my flesh to claim thy bones is the way it is? Because of the fucking meat industry?
Guess so.
Agriculture industry. It's not just meat.
Yeah, but like... An oft-heard poem when walking the streets of S-Corp.
Oh. Then the people whom thou have targeted with thy rocks were...
They weren't people. Rats.
Rats?
Oh, yes.
Boy be out there fucking hucking rocks at the rich as they pass by. I respect. I respect it.
Oh, yes. The counselor finds rats detestable. Much better to stop them from a distance if you want to crush them.
By any chance, do these rats have a habit of sneaking into the royal court to better pilfer what the common folk rightfully deserve?
Oh? They certainly suffer from a severe case of kleptomania.
So you purposely threw a rock at his feet to trip him to the ground, knowing that he was a kleptocrat.
Well, I simply could not help but react to such in the presence of scurrying rats. Is there aught you find funny? Speak if you do. I could use a good laugh right about now.
Just heartily expressing my gratitude is all. Those whose corruption is revealed ought to readily receive their scarlet aura bonds. Gall to scamper away with their expensive prosthetics. My men were having some trouble apprehending them until now.
Well, if that is your intent, you are invited to leave a token of gratitude somewhere in the vicinity. Perhaps I'll happen to pick it up. Wouldn't want to get thrown into the dungeons teeming with the real vermin.
Oh, I was going to do just that. So, when will you stop being a sword and be human again?
What?
When do you clock out? The way I see it, you're not the kind of person who'll ever let a drop of liquor get to his tongue while on duty for the right state consular. Return to this Chogo when you're human again. I'll buy you a drink as thanks.
Aww.
Oh no, Angdu has to hear about the ex.
Uh-oh. She's a funny one, huh? Mentor there. This fellow you had often mentioned fondly was... correct. Haven't I mentioned her a few times as a drinking fellow I had left behind in S-Corp? I must say, I myself found that relationship most intriguing. That a military commissioner of the Sal faction would fraternize with a bodyguard of the right state councilor, who was of the Pi faction. Still, I knew not that the fellow was none other than the military commissioner of S-Corp. Angdu's eyes had gone wide in shock, her voice rising unconsciously. It's news to me that you had ties to a second ordnance official, a military officer with command over high-ranking employees of the wing at that. Well, I was in service of the right state councilor, who was a first ordnance, you know. Well, that might be true, yet you would like to know why I, with such a powerful friend at my side, had ended up in exile of S-Corp. Yes. Your silence over matters of such great import is why I've come to introduce you to others as a reticent one, Mentor. We had made the Blade lineage our home for S-Corp. Availed no home to us but the lineage. But you... I would rather show than tell. Let us proceed, shall we? This enchanted place seems intent on unearthing all of my past, both savory and unsavory. All shall be revealed in due time. Kim looked around, a twinge of loneliness in his eyes before moving on. We followed wordlessly.
Man, imagine being such a loser that your fathoms are taken over by another person's.
Oh, this guy is much more interesting? Let's record that.
No, it's a cringe compilation distortion. So he's there to show you a cringe compilation of your life.
We emerged in a dark and muggy cavern, filled with air so stale it almost felt stifling. Up ahead, a thin ray of light shone from the darkness, seemingly guiding our path. Following the light led us to a four-way fork. A constant, powerful gust howled through one of the paths. Another was filled with a metallic tang, the smell of blood. Then there was a path that was entirely silent, and the last one echoed with the harsh noise of a sword striking against sword. What do we choose?
Choose one. What speaks your heart?
The wind howling path. Wow, the wind's pretty strong in here. The wind only got more turbulent the deeper we progressed. By the time we were nearing the end of the passage, the sinners could barely keep their eyes open and had to cover with their arms. Then all of a sudden, tranquility arrived. The wind settling as though it hadn't been blasting us in the face just a moment ago. The dust the wind kicked up dissipated and revealed a scarlet rope haphazardly thrown atop a pedestal made of stacked stones. Aura Band.
Yeah, the Aura Band is pretty good.
On crit against an enemy in... What's up?
I picked the last option and I got the red tassel.
I chose the sword as well and got tassel.
What's the tassel do?
It increases their vulnerability to slash attacks.
Oh, that would have been fucking nice.
Nah, man, look what this does. This is good.
On crit, inflict bind twice. On hit using a skill in an enemy that has bind, gain poise. All enemies that have bleed gain offense level down equal to their bind. That is pretty good. If all enemies have bind, all allies gain 3 poise. Huh.
Considering you're using a poise team, that also inflicts bleed.
Why?
Pretty decent.
Why did you reset my roster, asshole game?
To make you ask questions. Next question.
총은 수지 타산에 맞게 한 발에 한 놈씩.
Now these I remember. Also, thank God. Yeah, I saw these when I was doing my weeklies, and boy howdy does that look something else.
They're that certainly is a winning smile.
Also the name Resentful Blade Lineage Salsu and Hateful Blade Lineage Salsu. Delicious win rate button, I missed you.
Hey.
Hey?
There's someone here.
Oh, hey! I didn't even see you back there, buddy.
Yeah, he's just vibing. Let him vibe.
Lust, hello? It's a shame we don't see to claim thy bones.
Look at his passive.
Yield my flesh, you bust my nut.
Upon entering an encounter, gain no brand. Ah.
Note his level.
Level 81? Oh, he's 20 levels higher than us, fuck.
Yeah, but the no brand
puts him at 60.
By the by, that character means slave.
Interesting. Apply 1 slash power up and crit damage up to all sinners. Doubled if blade lineage. But only if Pride Resonance was activated.
How levels is he over Ongdu? 21.
Yeah, what level is Ongdu? Oh yeah, she's at our level.
She's just 60.
She is functionally a sinner at this point.
She's basically the exact same as Ongdu Ishmael.
So somebody mentioned a passive on Misang.
So
you don't yeah, you have him at 4, so
his poise passive. Coin power +1 for every 5 poise count. That counts for egos.
Oh, his egos are better as a result. Okay.
Yup.
I thought you meant like all egos are better. I was like, what? Hello?
Nope, his egos just get more coin power.
Who am I fighting here at 12? Oh, Faust, what are you doing? Ugh. Well, Faust, I guess you just gotta eat shit, huh? And also, Heathcliff's gonna waste bullets. Stellar!
Sometimes it do be like that.
It's only 1 coin, so it's not too bad.
너네 분위기 완전 좋다. 무전기 너머로도 느껴져.
I will say this, yeah, the 3-coin power once ramped is bananas, but also he's been severely power crept at this point.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, he is competing for a slot with fucking Rien Sang.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
귀화요격 함수 정리가. 그렇지. 그게 바로 핵심 증거라고.
이대로 몰아붙이면
이런 건
아무
몽둥이가
저항도
약이지.
못하고 사건이 해결될 수밖에 없겠는데요?
잘 베어내고.
The hour of plenty is upon us.
헷갈리지 마십시오. 식사의 장소는 이곳입니다. 소빈 완료를 채우고 가야 합니다.
One day we will claim bones.
No. Blade Lineage, you saying, is launch.
Yeah,
Yep.
season 1.
발광 차단.
And,
he was the bonus character you got for playing at launch.
He was pretty good at the time. When your other freebie was what, she-ish?
Yeah, season 1 IDs were
Rough.
okay.
He had cool
hit or
things
miss
like
is how I would describe them.
he had cool ones like LCCB-ish and Gambler Honglu. And then you had the She Association.
The times of yesteryear when an ID took up a single page.
I know, right?
방금 전에는 굉장했다고.
Also, the way you really want to be using Blade Lineage Ishmael is to use her defense, because that's how you get the
Oh, I'm
bone
aware.
claiming.
Oh, I'm aware.
Okay.
I know how her gimmick
That-
works.
yeah.
The problem is these guys can't beat her guard.
Fair enough.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Uh-oh. I see that gleam. I gotta show off!
Bones have been claimed, it seems.
이번으로
We got a stream to do here. I gotta hurry this up.
17번째라면
나도.
확실히 관리자의 지위가 동반된다면
I didn't notice Kim's eyes glowing a while ago.
Do-do-do-do.
Bad saying bones in your area looking to be claimed.
Bone claimage has always been multi-target. It's just that Merceau's requires a bit more setup. While Kim is just, I'm just gonna claim those bones.
You don't need these, right?
Excuse me. As we were slowly looking around the streets of Escorp, a youth, after fidgeting and hesitating for a moment, walked up to us and asked for help. The youth explained that, wishing to better his own status, he took the royal examination, akin to public employment policy in Escorp, and was able to attain a high grade for himself. And that was where his problems began. As far as he knew, people who passed the exam with flying colors like himself had their travel expenses paid for the homeward trip and were to be granted a guide. But there must have been a misunderstanding or something, because when he left the exam grounds, no one was there to escort him. Confused by the unexpected turn of events, he wandered away from the exam grounds in search of his escort, lost his bearings, and found himself in these alleys. He was asking if we could help in directions. What do we do? Well, our group does have some Blade Lineage teammates. Let's ask my group. I mean, we
I
have
wonder
a...
if Yisang has a special bonus.
Only because I have them as Blade Lineage at the moment.
Hmm.
Which is weird, right? Yisang should just win this.
Well, he does just win, because it's minimum 12. So Yisang is the best bet.
Shit, you're right, actually, fuck. I mean... Verso could just shoot them.
Or you could just shoot them.
Nah, we gotta go for the lore-accurate approach. He's saying, open their mouth to begin, stopped, and then turned around to where Kim and Ungdu were. Though it made for a rather move... Nope!
Oops.
This UI sometimes, dude.
It's fine.
When an allied identity gains assist defense, they gain 2 damage up and 2 protection. Ally deployed 1, gain 2 haste when an ally's speed is faster than the... Gain 2 haste next turn. When an ally's speed is faster than the enemy's, deal 3% damage for every speed difference. I don't know if we could get Ish up to, double-digit speeds, but we'll try. You click skip? Oh, fuck. I thought
I'll look up what it said.
Meanwhile, to battle.
원래 저렇게 악을 쓰는 놈들로 만들어야 좋은 선물이 나옴. 맞는
Joke's
말이야.
on you, I don't read.
Okay. The sinner opened their mouth to begin, stopped, and turned around to where Bamboo-Headed King and Ongdu were. I'm not so well versed in the geography of this area. Perhaps Mentor would know better. Come on. Kim let out an audibly disconcerted sigh, then walked up to the youth to give him directions. And take off that royal celebratory flower crown. You don't want people to know you passed the exam. Huh? But why would... It's for a good reason. Just do as I say and you'll thank me one day. You stared back at him in puzzlement before seemingly decided that giving proper gratitude for Kim's assistance took precedence. He handed us what seemed to be a small ceramicware vessel. Ah, might this be a water dropper for brush calligraphy? Though you may have no practical need of this, I see none of you are much acquainted with the art of grinding ink against inkstone. I impart this gift to you in hopes that this dropper may form a small flow in your rivers of life. Heh. Though it would have made for a rather moving moment if it had not been for the exaggerated scoff Kim made. The youth hurried on his path without minding the sudden discourtesy. Ongdu later asked Kim what had spurred his sudden outburst, but he did not give her a reply, instead choosing silence behind pursed lips.
Huh. Oh. Will I still get the speed buff from one-sided guard?
I'm so surprised you didn't just go through with the fight while Tiger's reading that.
Tiger comes in kind of... The music was overpowering Tiger, so I didn't want to, like, interrupt it with clashes.
Sorry.
That's fine. It's... Audio balancing is tough in ways.
I long to wait for the day where Callie can come and do all that for me.
Where what?
I'm surprised Tiger's so quiet for you, because I have Tiger at 76 and here just fine.
I have them at 90. Huh. I guess I could buff it up a little bit. I think it's more the music is pretty loud on my end.
Well, I am known to have sudden outbursts of very loud, so...
Yeah, imagine being loud.
Why are you not getting more... Why are you only getting 2... Oh, that's from the thing. So using the guard actually did not give her speed. It has to connect, is what I'm saying.
Become one with the speed force.
So, if you fail that check, it's as what? So you don't know? You've wandered off, clicking his tongue in discipline. As soon as the youth disappeared from our sight, Bamboo-Headed Kim, who had slinked away to the back of the group, suddenly let out a deep sigh. Have you aught to say, man? That's me. I am that youth. Sun revealed, we're the sinners for a brief loop. Back then, I was a conceited fool who proudly smelled his own farts, not knowing how ridiculous he appeared. The exam was to compose an essay on a certain someone who had committed treason against S-Corp. Full of foolish confidence as always, I wrote them a long paper humiliating the treasonous wretch so that no such embarrassment could ever stain our history again. And only upon arriving home did I realize who he was. Would have known that the treasonous wretch that I excoriated savagely in the exam was none other than my own ancestor. Then the reason you did not seek out a seat of official, even after passing the test, was how could I dare undo? Why do you think no escort volunteered to guide my foolish past self? Because every soul in Essex Corp, but myself already knew what I had done, who I was, a bastard who had betrayed his own ancestor's name to pass an exam. Kim muttered placidly as though he was sharing a mildly funny joke, then walked ahead of us. But they needn't have shamed me into breaking my brush, for I had already done that myself, while quickly hiding his shaking hand behind the other.
Man, I should.
Interesting.
I didn't realize that was supposed to be Kim. Holy shit.
I thought it was kind of obvious.
Not really.
You also get that reveal if you say, sorry, I haven't been here before.
Ah.
I don't know, I thought it was obvious just because this is his Fathoms.
Yeah.
Well, I did that in the mirror dungeon, so I had no context for that.
좋아. 이번엔 제대로 들어가.
Yeah, my point is just now, though.
어우, 제대로 꽂혔는데.
지금 공로 지원한다.
How are they coming in with 35 poise? It doesn't ultimately matter. It ultimately doesn't matter because they're, like, gonna fail their clashes, but, like, that's wild. Interesting, at 20 poise, get your ult.
To the top.
If this unit is defeated, apply 5 poise and 2 poise count to all blade lineage next. Oh, since it was a full sweep, these guys come in just preloaded. Okay.
Utterly fucking jacked, ready to crit your ass into oblivion.
If they hit, which I don't think Kim's gonna let that happen.
Yeah, their negative coins are annoying though.
Negative coins always are. Bones claimed.
Yeah, on the bright side, does guarantee bone claimage.
Go ahead, win the clash.
Just love the idea of Kim just drawing his blade. It just says trap card in Yu-Gi-Oh font. I catch a glimpse of a figure.
I just claimed your bones.
I catch a glimpse of a figure staring off into the darkness in the unlit prison. Kim lets out a
third-rate duelist with fourth-rate bones.
How dare you make fun of my bones? I have a bone problem.
My bonitis.
Kim lets out a sigh before he even fully exhales. But before he even fully exhales, who goes there? A sharp cry cuts through the stagnant air. Someone must have noticed us. What should we do?
All your heart, what does it say?
Well, it sounds like somebody's ready for a fight, so might as well get ready for battle. You're not the prison guard? You're not the prison guards? The woman who called us stood there for a moment, nonchalantly trying to gauge us even as we stood with our weapon drawn. Then she walked toward us in a gait that could not be called aggressive. Instead of chatting with us, she called upon the figure sitting inside the prison. Would you care to explain? Who are they and what happened? The one-sided exchange continued for a while as she tried various lines of questioning to chat with the figure inside the cell, but to no avail. Might as well be talking to a corpse long dead. She let an exasperated sigh before turning to us. Are you not here to visit him as well? Might you be those who share his purpose?
Follow your heart?
You.
I'm not here to visit them?
Hmm.
You're not? Then might I consider you not but spies that have
Oops.
infiltrated the prison of the royal court.
So I'm pretty sure that woman was Im Kyung-up.
Mm-hmm.
I figured, but I wasn't quite getting the read there, because I had seen this event before in the mirror dungeons, and if you do, for the first option, if you lie, you just get thrown into a fight and get nothing. So I didn't know anything about this line of a dialogue. I was just expecting a fight. Though I'm pretty sure I'm also going to get into a fight and get nothing here. We took our heels of the women without giving us even a second to explain ourselves, charged us with our weapons drawn.
Oops.
But it's not a fight. Funny. Story?
I mean, bro, I told you, this fucking dungeon is long.
No, it can't be. My life is... The experiences, the memories I have recorded are different. Alas. Kim came to a stop with a grim look on his face. I recognize this frame. Again, I am returned to this day. His voice has dropped to the same morose pitch we had heard before. Mentor, I've been here before. Ah, have you? Had a peek into my memories when I was distorted, did ya? I must say, it's a bit embarrassing to have my deepest and darkest secrets revealed like that. Kim grinned sheepishly as though to clear the air, but it was becoming rather clear to me what he was doing. That his flippant demeanor and seemingly devil-may-care attitude were but a mask to hide the true darkness in his heart. Then this must be... Indeed. The right state counselor's estate. Someone whom I had once protected... well, thought was worth protecting. Kim pushed open the main gates and made his way to the front yard. Watch out, undue. Take a tall step over, or you might trip. There were bodies splayed about the yard, and I couldn't dare start counting them. I felt faint watching the aftermath of the carnage. Some were decapitated, some split diagonally. Some of them were so mangled I could hardly tell which parts belonged to who. Are they not retainers of the royal court? What were they doing at the councilors? No, were they killed by assassins? Assassins did infiltrate the estate, yes. You're looking at what remained of them. Though I had but a moment to glimpse it, I clearly remember what the S-Corp logo I saw in Kim's Fathoms looked like. The hats these corpses are, or were wearing, were adorned with the same logo. So why did Kim call them assassins? In this corrupt land, the right state counselor's life was always as precarious as a candlelight in the tempest. Such is the fate of all those who have the guts to speak the truth in S-Corp, where positions of influence are hoarded by corrupt sycophants whose chokehold on power is ironclad. The most prominent among them, the left state counselor, with the chief state counselor's blessing, sought to wield his own private army to silence forever the tongues of those who would advocate against the corrupt. Private army? But they're prohibited in our homeland. So, they're kind of like how the great houses of H-Corp each have their own armies. Which one was H-Corp?
Hongwon.
Honglu.
Okay, yeah. No plans for UT5. Like, I'm pretty sure Kim Ji-hoon has said no Uptie 5 for IDs.
That's what I said in the chat.
Yeah, I just
Uptie 5 for egos, yes, but obviously yes. But no, I'm pretty sure he's been on record saying there's no Uptie 5 for ID.
Which is unfortunate, because I would like a second pass at, like, Season 1 and 2 stuff, but...
It will not salvage them. I'm sorry to say this, Wang.
You would basically have to make them into entirely different IDs.
That's why I said a second pass and not Uptie 5.
You're giving Gripper Faust a nail gun in her Uptie 5.
That is similar to what is happening, but not exactly. If
I got that grip.
If S-Corp's circumstances were to be explained in plainer terms, it would be akin to a situation with which a company, whose employees outwardly appear all to be working on the same side, are in fact fractured within, with certain departments pledging allegiance to a different individual than the chief executive. What assassins there had been in the past at least wore masks to hide their allegiance. I had thought this no different, though with assassins significantly less invested in maintaining their disguises. Not realizing that I had just placed my stone inside the tiger's maw.
Okay.
Looking around at the yard teeming with assassins. Also, that was pretty good, Tiger. It took me a second. I recall thinking just how many of them they had sent. Though the left state councilor's power had grown to loom over that of the king, I should have realized how such a brazen attempt on the life of one of the triumvirate councilors at the royal court would have been. Foolish. I can't. I failed you, counselor. There are simply too many, as though they had decided that tonight was the night they would finally slay the counselor or die trying. I was soon overwhelmed, and some of them eventually managed to get around me and reach the counselor's bedchamber. The moment I heard them breach the door, all strength left me and I fell to my knees. I, Kim Lieb, am a poor excuse of a bodyguard. I have failed you. And I know who the author of the foul scheme was. The left state counselor. Let this be my final act of loyalty ere I depart this life. Though I am too meager a person to carry on your will, counselor, what I can do is plant the seeds of terror in the hearts of the unjust, if only to shackle their blackest hearts from committing greater misdeeds. I shall go before the villain who contrived this betrayal and see the favor is repaid with steel. Only by such vengeance shall the counselor at last close his eyes in his grave. Or so I had thought. What? Greetings, honored bodyguard of the right counselor. I see you have been hard at work. Cursed parasite. I ought to flay you alive and reveal the wretched soul underneath. Some gall you have to show your face here. Oh, here? You mean the home of the Honorable Right State Counselor who toils day and night in service of the royal court? I know the assassins are sent by the left state. Get out of my way. I shall collect your head once my task is over. Alas, alas, this unsightly display of anger shames us all. Are all those who live by the sword as uncouth as you are? The cruelty of your damning words is an oppression upon decent men such as myself. Let's see how long you can heed me, soldiers. Arrest the mad butcher. What? The accursed shall heed his crimes. 1 minute ago, an anonymous letter threatening to take the life of the revered Right State Counselor arrived at the royal court. This audacious, contumultuous effrontery is an affront to not only to the royal court, but to the heavens and men alike. The revered left state counselor, who has long been in disagreement with the right state on matters of the state, found this offense to be so heinous that he has personally commanded his men to protect his political enemy on the day writ on that letter. Huh. Yet, a tragedy is stuck. All those lies sent to protect the noble counselor are slain, the brave injustice of their honorable hearts trampled upon the grounds by this villain! And now the villain promises death to yet another pillar of the royal court? Thus we are perforce to arrest the criminal and restore the rule of law. You spout senseless drivel. I saw your men make their way into the counselor's bedchamber with their blades drawn! This is a fascinating contrast to Merceau's uptight story. Yup, because Merceau is not Kim. The counselor? Might you be looking for the right state counselor here, alive and well? My lord? The vile wretch leaned down next to my ear and whispered, "Perhaps you should have known where not to stick your nose. Did you really think you could overcome the entire private army in the left state counselor's service? You sent so many men to their deaths just to lure me into a trap? Why? Now, Don't take this as a compliment, as you're not even the apex blade of the homeland, nor are you the Ungom. But you've been a rather egregious obstacle to the execution of my plans. Couldn't get through with the first thing in my plan, with you constantly getting in my way. Let's keep you nicely locked up and out of trouble. This can't be. For what it's worth, young man, I am sorry. I've come to realize the error of my ways. The truth is, though S-Corp is indeed a pond of turbid water, it was those like us who had stirred the dirt from its bed and turned it cloudy. Fearing the worst, we have arrived to protect the revered Right State Counselor. What's up?
Just that rhetoric always pisses me the fuck off. Yeah, the people who are saying that things are bad are the ones that are making things bad, and not the people who are making things bad.
It's always the case. 1,000 curses upon the villain. In his quest for the Right State Counselor's life, the butcherous man has already watered the ground with S-Corp laborers, the very life road that runs in the veins of this most serene wing. And that charcoal-hearted villain is none other than the Counselor's sword guard, Kim Lieb. Han. Heed us, O villain. Han Ho Bei. And let the Orabans take you.
You have fallen far, my friend. You who were once considered a candidate to the honor of Ungyom. With that brand of Anobi sapping your strength. Even your mastery with the blade will only dull.
Are you to be my executioner, young up?
I haven't received the orders to behead you, if that's what you're asking. Nor would it befit someone of my station to sully my hands with an executioner's duty. How will you live on now?
I don't know. The Counselor has abandoned me. There's no path forward. Salpipio Agro Industries is more corrupt than I had thought. Rotten to the core. This is where the game ends. Time to resign my stone.
Indeed it is.
Why are you freeing me?
Once the game has been lost, you start anew and test other gambits in the next round. Why don't you stop playing this unfair game where the opponent always starts with stones placed on all 9 star points on the board? And find a place where you can begin anew in equal standing.
As soon as they realize it was you who freed me, they'll come after you.
It's okay. Like someone who made a fool of himself and fled after passing the royal examinations, I have the royal court's backing as its military commissioner. My position in the court isn't so fickle that they would cast me down right away just because I let go of someone like you. You're a branded criminal. In the eyes of the royal court, you're as good as inconsequential. I'll report that even if you were to flee, you would still be nothing more than a plaything, palm of their hands.
I didn't think you were the kind to go against your honorable principles.
Some things can't be done without bending a rule or two, and you are needed. S-Corp's future is in need of those who are less bound by expectations. Like yourself.
I genuinely enjoy Kim's actual appearance more than the beheaded one. Yeah, right?
Besides, it's not the rules I stand by, it's my own principles. I did say I owe you a token of gratitude, didn't I? Consider this a settlement of that. Gratitude and vengeance, after all, share a common quality. They're both debts to be repaid.
That's a pretty good line. Young up. Come with me. There's no hope left in S-Corp. You said it yourself, didn't you? We'll never win as long as we're playing their rigged game.
Listen, they might have a 9-stone advantage over you, but to me it's as small as 3. I'll manage and keep my finger on the pulse. Besides, change doesn't always have to come from the outside.
That never works, young up. It never works.
Can't reform the system in the system.
The old wisdom says that to catch a tiger, you must enter its den. But wouldn't it help to have an ally waiting in the tiger's den to back you up when the time comes? There, all done. Your bonds are severed. Go now. Go and build your strength beyond the walls of Escort. Yet beware of relying overmuch on foreign powers.
I don't have it in me to take up such grand purpose. I'm done with S-Corp. You know how I am. I just go with the flow.
Yes, yes, do as you will, go with the flow, be whatever you want to be.
Barbie girl?
I'm just hoping that the currents of the river will someday bring you back to Escort. That's all.
Though I had left the rigged game, my records afterwards weren't stellar. The laying of the stones on my board was always full of holes and mistakes. I joined the Blade lineage, became their mentor, dragged them to the library, until eventually I cut down those who had placed their faith in me. Self-defeating move after self-defeating move. When young Up had let me go, I thought I had escaped the tiger's maw. But as I let the game progress with the flow, I soon came to the realization that my life was an endless sequence of connect and die. I was in a losing play from the start. Shadows dancing by the distant humanoid form began to grow like wildfire. And those in the attire of the Blade lineage one by one left over the wall and approached us. Like the projections of Kim's darkening fathoms. They're from his memories. Films and photography can sometimes remain undoctored, but the impression a person gets from viewing the photograph is malleable. Then they must be after. Yeah, Kim believes that if the Blade lineage were to come back to life, they would want to kill him. And thus I claim your bones.
이 안정감 있고 부드럽게 잡히는 톡신.
Ricardo and answer is so fucking fun. Oh, my hair is...
I'm sorry, Engdu. His ex is waiting for him still till he comes back.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
His extremely powerful ex.
Power armored X.
PF.
Get yourself a girl who fights in power armor for you.
He's also much smarter than him, but most of the women in his life seem to be that way.
Look, man. Some people are just like that.
Speaking from experience?
Maybe. This is the one ass clash and I really can't do anything about it. Well, maybe. There we go. Much better. I love the kind of woman that could just fuck me up. God, I wish I had that fucking video. It's so funny. We need to be completely different people after this. I want this to be weird.
유사 실험 기록이 있다면 바로 전송해줄게.
There's a very funny tweet that's been going around recently in Blue Sky where it's a Japanese translation that says, I think it's something along the lines of like, a powerful woman is fucking me, but as it stands, the eggs are going inside me. I'm bearing the child now.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, I saw that.
To Dommy Mommy.
예전엔 그런 거 좀 치사하다고 생각했지. 근데 LCD였나?
Don't reply to it with these horses.
You know what? Enjoy your MPEG fantasies.
Not for me, thank you.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's just really funny was all. Where is...
And also, as much as, like, the lib shit of, like, change the system from within the system never fucking works, she does make a very good point in that, it'll be much easier to destroy the system when he comes back and has an ally on the inside, and then all of a sudden they're missing their most competent general because she defected.
I mean, it's a lot easier to break into a castle when there's someone at the gate, yeah.
Yep.
Change the system from the inside by abusing the self-save system and killing everybody inside.
True!
Using said system. Oh no, this corrupt guy got killed by his own people. Who could see that coming? Oh.
I think the thing I should have been doing throughout this whole time is trying to go for like a Sans Undertale fucking voice for Kim since he's got the glowing eye and all. But I can't do that voice.
You just gotta talk like Patrick Star. That's really what it is.
I don't know his voice off the top of my head. I didn't watch much SpongeBob. Die.
Baby is the way you do it.
Actually, no. This is for me. Oh, I guess Ongdu will just take my fun. Fuck. I just wanted to shoot the man with the dopamine bullet, Ongdu. Come on.
Ongdu saw your comedy and went, fuck you.
You're no fun, girl. Someone carrying a sword on his belt and a sack on his shoulder leapt into a haystack near us. A few moments later, a small squad of Chinokus, torches in hand, rushed in front from the same direction where the man had come from. We saw a criminal who had coveted the kingdom's properties flee in this direction. Speak up if you have seen the wretch. The Chinokus began walking up to the civilians and questioning them about the criminal's whereabouts. Despite all having seen the man jump into the haystack, all of them shake their head and refuse to give them up. Are they hiding him for some reason? Soon the Chinokus, having made their way around the crowd, approached us. What should we do?
Maybe be dropping a letter in there.
Gonna point him in the wrong direction.
Say you don't know and slowly turn to the haystack. You just make the stone dragging noise.
Yeah. No, say you don't know where they are. Fucking point them in the wrong direction, then immediately point a thumbs up at the fucking haystack like you've done shit right, but they haven't moved.
So they went that way. Appreciate the assistance. Once the group of Chinokus hurried towards that direction I pointed them towards, the man crawled out of the haystack. See that the Chinoku have gone, some of the civilians walked up to the man and gave their thanks. Good work, you. Can't have those vile Chinoku take a noble thief like you away, a thief of the people. They're all wretches, I say, wretched. So well fed while we all starve. I bet they'd bleed rice if we got them. He returned their gratitude with a polite bow and then approached us. You have my thanks. I did not expect to be shielded by outsiders such as yourselves, but this is a welcome surprise. Whom am I, you ask? Well, I have no name to give, but it seems that the common folk have taken to calling the like-minded the Blade lineage. I'm only stealing the sacks of rice the corrupt officials have stolen and returning them once they belong, just as Mentor Kim had once done. Kim squeaked out a small, embarrassed cough. I've lingered here too long, they're already on my trail again. It's time I saw myself off. Even in a hurry, he bade us to wait a moment as he rummaged through the sack and produced a few packages of food. Take these. It's not much, but it should be quite filling to those on the road like yourselves. Gratitude and vengeance, after all, share a common quality. They are debts to be repaid, eh? With that, he withdrew into the shadows. I'll take it.
Yeah, gotta keep your slave catchers well fed.
총은 수지 타산에 맞게 한 발에 한 놈씩.
Because that's what the Chinokun are.
먼저 끝내고 돌아오는 친구는 맛있는 거 사줄게. 물론 회사 카드로.
They hunt down those with the brand of Nobi that run.
Yup.
Jabu had Kim just watching all this. Oh no, this really is a cringe compilation of my life.
How did they know about that one?
I'm beating him. I'm gonna beat this projector's ass when I find it.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Man, that blade lineage to Homeland's really helping Yuseng keep up.
No kidding.
I love this ID because Ish is just like talk to the hand.
Talk to the cool robot hand.
That robot hand is really cool. What if I had 2 Jetstream Sams on my team?
반듯한 일개였어. 실로 군더더 같은.
역시 저들도 예상한 대로 움직임이 둔해졌네요.
Would they both die pathetically because they were too big a coward?
기왕이면 문제 해결이라고 하자, 류슈.
Nah.
그 멋진
We're better
파트너
out here in
어울리게.
Limbus Company.
타겟 포착 1시간.
What was that?
살을 베어내고.
와, 엄청난 공격이었어. 기념할 만한걸?
마침표를. 이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
공로 지원한다.
그렇지.
God, this ID combo is so fucking good.
혈이.
What does advertisement look like in the city? Oh, it's fucking everywhere.
And the same it does in real life.
So just as dystopic. Don't need to exaggerate the advertisement industry to make it dystopic, huh?
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Look, I had a fucking situation earlier where I was trying to look up something, and when I went over to, like, basically a Wikipedia article, I was bombarded with ads on my phone, and it was so frustrating.
여기저기 부서진 것 같은데 저건 우리 직원들 시켜서 고쳐야겠다. 수리 대금도 받고 시민들도 금방 편해질 테고. 어? 나도 뭔가 원하는 대로 된 것 같은데? 상부상조네.
Oh, I love that idiot. He's so good.
Oh no, he's no Virgilius, but you're too much of a coward to use Virgilius.
Virgilius sounds like I'm slowly raking my nuts across sandpaper.
But you don't like Smoker Supreme slowly ASMRing into your ear?
No. Like a
Dante, doing this voice hurts my voice, Dante.
Dante, don't get paid enough for this voice acting, so I'm just gonna slowly drawl over 5 minutes to milk up as much as I can without doing much.
Come to find out, he gets paid by the second, not by the line.
If only all voice actors had that luxury. Like a prey backed against cliff's edge, I am left bereft of paths. My hand hesitates with no room to place the stone. Misjudgments burgeon when contemplations harrow the mind. Now, all that remains is to neutralize that one enemy combatant in the yard. Tell me, who's waiting for us there? You should know. Those places and its enemies are projections of your memories. Otis, are you stupid? Or are you just not seeing this?
Everyone in this city legally required to use the biggest, fanciest words possible? Do they just all have, like, fucking thesauruses on them at all hours?
This is what happens when the DM of your universe is a lit major. Let me show you my fancy words. Please no, just tell me if I have advantage or not. Or the better angle, use a fancy word yourself, get advantage. Not the hardest guess
Only if
to
it's
make,
in
is
character.
I actually have that problem. Like, I play a barbarian in someone's campaign, and whenever I talk, I'm just like, wow, this barbarian's really smart.
That's why when I play Packrat, I always talk like this, so Packrat can remember that she's Packrat.
I was gonna say, the quintessential barbarian everyone thinks of was smart, though.
Well, I should say, when I say this, I did do the thing and just put intelligence as 8 on my sheet. So I shouldn't be saying long-winded words, but I still do.
No. There's actually a way to play it, which is, if somebody else just said a big word, and you thought it was smart, so you just keep repeating it over and over to seem smart.
Not the hardest guess to make, is it? I expect to find Im Young Up in there. Young Up was a woman of loyalty and principles. Even as military commissioner, she never stopped wanting to change the way the royal court was. But even she must have broken in the end. I scoured the newspapers and TVs for anything I could find on the current state of S-Corp. But it was plain as day that nothing had changed there since my departure. Mentor, is that not but baseless speculation? Your concerns grow uncontrollably. Never have you spoken to us about such a monstrous one in the past. Thus, what lies before you is but a figment of the distortion reflecting upon your memories.
Yeah, man's just running from his past.
Did this Im Young Up appear as that monster does, Mentor? No. Young Up wasn't like that. Young Up... I still believe that Salpipio Agro Industries deserves to die. But destruction's not the point. The point is that I want it to be a place where I could cut away the avaricious corrupted. And have it be a wing that cares for the common folk.
Literally impossible.
If I didn't know better, I would have thought you were seeking to supplant the current S-Corp.
You know that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just a wanderer, floating down the river's flow to where the currents take him. When the river bent and I hit a wall, someone picked me up and made a blade out of me. Once abandoned, I returned to the flow and found myself a mentor to those who afforded me the undeserved faith. And then the river continues to wind, carrying me back to S-Corp, where I had once fled. Shall I let the blade sing my inner thoughts?
You think I'm satisfied with the way S-Corp is? But your method, as it is now, goes against the principles. I expected better from someone of your wiles.
If you enjoy those principles so much, then why ask me to leave the game?
Because someone has to stay behind and try and bring change within the limits of their principles. I only hoped that one of those bends in that river of yours would float you back to knock on the gates of S-Corp once it was primed for change.
Has that changed?
What do you think?
Fuck if I know.
You at least seem to think that I have. Because you believe that I shall stand in your path.
Stand in my path.
And stem the flow of this river evermore. Very well. The law states that denial of the will of the royal court is a crime deserving of death by beheading. I am Gyeong-up, second ordinance of the Salpipio Agro Industries, official of the sword, and a military commissioner to the royal court, shall uphold the command. And sever the buds of rebellion before they propagate.
Oh, it's time for so many fucking actions.
There she is.
I heard you was in the mood to get your nuts slapped. I'm gonna be real, I just muddled my way through this by clashing everything.
It seems to be the way to do it.
And letting the NPCs clash what they can.
Yes, this is an imagined Im Gyeong-up. This is not the real woman.
Yeah, no, this is just the one in his head.
What did he do to Kim?
Can't believe his ex lives rent-free in his head.
Oh, unclashable with assist units, that's why.
Fucking dragging his ass to escort him, just whining like, what if she doesn't love me anymore?
We're gonna fix this, Sensei!
What if she hates me?
This is the fight with gain 2 and reset to 5. Turn start, gain or lose depending on battle form of the homeland on self. I love the fact that this is just escort puts their higher guard in fucking battle armor. Or not battle armor, power armor.
Power armor. I mean, it's... I'm pretty sure one of the passives directly likens it to, like, R-Corp's Rhino armor.
신임 연구원들도 저분들처럼만 해주시면 좋을 텐데.
불가능한 꿈이죠. 환상체와 디플린 모두.
I have 2 people lighting the path forward, apparently.
이러면 쏠 수 있죠? 시어 공포. 쏜다.
Really drew that sword.
Bear split.
간다. 여긴 맡겨주세요.
I can't tell if it's a coincidence that every time I clash bear split, it's against Heathcliff.
고래구이 파티를 열어주겠다고 한 의욕이 좀 났나?
Kim is clashing, Angdu is clashing, so we should just touch everything, I guess.
Yep. Like, this, honestly, this fight is so much easier than the version you fight in the
mirror dungeons where it fucking explodes you on the spot.
Yeah, because you have buddies.
Yeah, buddies certainly do help.
More than just help, they make this fight functional.
귀화요격 함수 정리해놔.
죽어들의 학교 방금 완료됐습니다. 완료! 그렇다면 상품의 쓰레기입니다.
Buddy MD kid named Special Contract. That's the only reason I beat the fight in the MDs, because once you hit that stagger bar, she fucking evaporates.
Yeah, I did not have the special contract.
I have that shit locked in my... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, with the Ryoshu run I did, well, the fun thing was, I did have the one that increases shield by half their health, but she was still getting bled to death.
Yeah, the bleed on this lady is fucking nuts.
I mean, that's the problem with Ryoshu, is that 3 times the attacks means 3 times the bleed procs.
Mm-hmm. And this lady loves laying on bleed.
I think it's time for bone claimage.
I beat her, but I caved and brought in other people in the team just so they could eat the hits.
I definitely feel like I've been having to do that a lot lately myself whenever I try to do solos. Just because there's always a gimme that's just like, that's not gonna work, bucko. Oh god, that's a 22 coming outside our head, huh? What am I gonna do about that? Hong Lu or Faust? if I know... Oh. That work? Yeah, well.
What is that?
It's the Arknight special.
Oh, yeah, fuck you.
I spend a lot of money on that one.
I didn't have money to spend, so I only ever got title elegy.
Wow, I finally get to see the full version of this shit.
방금 좀 똑똑했다. 옛날에 조직에서 싸울 때도 눈에 바로 적을 다 밀어버리는 놈이 있었지.
They're calling it the worst clash in Limbus history. What? The Arrow? Really? I feel like Dopamine Bullet could handle Arrow, I just didn't have it.
Well, no, she has a move that's basically bone claimage. Like that level of coin.
I think I know the one you're talking about, actually.
And so if you clash that with your own bone claimage, it's just a really sad clash.
Ah. The worst clash is falling pin. Ah, the railway.
That Wang's too much of a coward to do, yeah. I honestly should probably do it again at some point with like a proper team so I can get the number lower.
Oh, that's bad. That's really fucking bad, actually.
Nah, it's fine. Don't be a bitch.
It's only in the showing not as bad because I have a paralysis on her. That's gonna be real fucking dire.
Not up, motherfucker.
Also, I take objection to the name of this skill.
What, Tiger Hunter? Get hunted, nerd!
I'm sorry to tell you about the time-honored tradition of tiger hunting.
Why are people so mean to us?
Because they're big animals, so it's a way of proving how big their dick is, and also their pelts look nice.
Give me your skin.
I like having my skin, thank you.
Yeah, well, they like having your skin too. You're not special.
I know what's coming and I don't like this.
What is Kim currently clashing?
Bow of the Homeland with Yield My Flesh for bone claimage.
Whoa.
I hope the dopamine bullet is enough.
Only one way to find out.
Alright, should you really be shooting the bow at that close a range?
Yeah, some bows are perfectly fine being shot at short range.
I mean, that does look like a short bow.
Yeah, true. It's just really funny that it's point blank. Those bleed procs are kind of spooky.
I don't think I ever actually... saw that move.
Weird.
My chief strategy for fighting her, Wang, was kill as fast as possible, so...
True.
And I was using House of Spiders.
머리 좋다 단테. 방금 완전 좋았어.
히스카이파 지금 공로 지원한다.
Hi, let me teach you the coolness that is power creep.
Yeah, right?
턱없이 모자르지.
To be fair, your Blade Lineage team would be a lot better if you had the one ego.
I mean, we're doing pretty fine right now.
Yeah, they'd be better. The line's
There's
a lie.
the stagger.
You know this.
I hate the magic pixel.
무난하게 끝날 것 같아요.
And nobody has good shit. Nobody has good coins lined up. Cool.
Oh, you can use Merceau's ego.
I could. Actually, we could demonstrate this one that I don't think I've ever used.
You just sitting here like, House of Spiders damage button.
The House of Spiders has a really good damage button, I agree.
Fucking shred that son of a bitch to death the second they put in the stagger.
What if I had 5 different Ryoshis attack you at once?
한눈 팔지 마세요. 메모를 당신에게.
The ego that screams, I'm an Arknights fan, says Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un?
Kim Ji-hoon.
Kim Ji-hoon. I can never remember the name. I should just call him KJH.
완벽한 한 방.
Now here's the one I've never actually seen.
If used correctly, it can do a lot of damage.
The Ryoshi one's where it's at.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, this is neat though. Funny hat you sang.
약점이 명백해.
Let me tell you about this cool place way
이렇게 간단하면
called Korea.
김새인데.
Yeah.
추리하는 맛이 안 나잖아.
East Asia in general has a history of incredible hats.
Yeah.
Good crit there, wow. Ugh, she got the beef.
Rip your nuts.
I could probably just one-sided attack her to death, but I don't know if that would work.
It would be funny if it failed.
How is this a dominating? Oh.
Very close to panicking.
I was gonna say, the real secret is clash that one with your slowest unit.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, see if you can damage Racer. But your skills ain't looking amazing for that.
It's all skill ones all the way down. It fucking blows, man. I can't trust those numbers whatsoever.
She is like a 7% chance to flip hits. What are the
Hard cut to High Wing dead on the spot.
Fucking Yamcha posing in the ground.
I'm glad you picked up on what I was putting down.
Look, I like gambling, but even I know what a fucking shit bet is.
Please, Tiger, it's Wang that's getting put down.
No. Also, how did your health get so low, young man?
Unbreakable coins.
Disgusting. God, this song's really good. Holy shit.
It really is.
I mean, they do raise cattle and escort, Grace.
Yeah. One such cow causing a fucking headache of a boss fight in Act 4.
I love that cow. That cow is beautiful and perfect and hated its owner.
The idyllic cow.
Cow just went, I'll break this man.
No.
So the cow broke that man.
올바른 물질.
And he looked it in the face and went, but I can be worse.
You're right, creepy lady in my brain. I can be worse.
Wait, no, wait.
흐릿한 등화, 곱게 접은 종이에 번졌으니 식구의 한해, 용이 되어 빈 벼로에 남았구나.
I heard there's a cool dragon that's being a real piece of shit right now. Is it me? No. Good shot.
I love that man because it's so beautiful and perfect and so indicative of the city that a man's way to FLRS his ego is go, fuck that shit, I'm gonna be worse. I'm gonna go full bastard. And so he went full bastard.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
Did Kim or Ungdu actually fight at all this clash, or am I missing something here? I think Kong Lu might be dead.
Yeah, you can walk it off.
너희 중에 부상만이 생긴 것 같은데?
공세에서 벗어날 수 있게 적의 주의를
Walked it off straight into hell.
Somebody Heathcliff ran out of ammo, that's what happened.
Yep.
I was like, I saw someone run. Did fucking...
Kim actually cannot run from this fight. If he dies, you lose.
That makes sense.
You have to really fuck up to let that happen.
Yeah.
시연합니다.
I'm 2 consoles away from the railways. Good luck, brave soul. She's not as powerful as Recall, yet weighed down by the brand, I'm not so far ahead or behind. I don't know. I think you're doing pretty well.
Verily, they appear evenly matched, yet...
He's wielding that sword like he's trying to get himself killed. That blade work is far beneath him. Seeking the end here, is he?
Coward to the end.
Can you afford to look away in a duel? What are you doing? You'd rather lock your sword with mine than parry it away?
Can't have a proper sword fight without a blade lock, though, huh? The duel between Mentor of a Syndicate and Military Commissioner of S-Corp is neck to neck. Clash after clash, the two warriors eventually lock their blades in a contest of might before it comes to close in a final fatal bout. When the dust settles, the Mentor lies in the sand, dead.
If that's what you want, I will grant it.
Good. Let's finish this. Just as Kim and Im Yong up, readied for their final bout, Ungdu leaped in between them. Ungdu! Are you really so ashamed that you would choose death over life, Mentor? Are you so scared to live that you would rather die? Yes, I am. I am scared. I am terrified of my own audacity to live my days as though I hadn't failed everything and everyone who had the misfortune of placing their faith in me, my mission, my honor, my fellows, as though my path isn't haunted by ghosts, as though I could stand shamelessly before the watching eyes of the heavens. What have I even done with the life that was given to me? Blind to the realities of my homeland, I served a master who chose politics over loyalty and justice. I cut down my very fellows who chose to trust a fool like me. I walked my entire life as the flow carried me, and when I finally had the mind to look back, all I saw were blood-red traces everywhere I'd gone. Isn't it about time I admitted that this game cannot be won? Mentor, that weakness in your strength has failed your mission. The weakness in your position has failed your honor, and the weakness in your heart has become the fiendish blade that cut down your fellows.
Sounds like he's yielded he's yielded a lot of flesh. A lot of flesh he's yielded.
Ungdu? I thought you were here to talk me to keep on living. Yet your words pain me so. What weakness of yours is it this time that you would cast away your own creed and life? What other weakness will you use as an excuse today? Stop trying to bear responsibilities asked not of you. The Blade lineage was never about responsibility, nor was it about you, Mentor. Or does your overbearing guilt help you overestimate your importance?
It's true, they weren't about him. They were a bunch of sword freaks who like beating shit up.
What was that saying again? Fellow travelers in the same boat will aid one another? Not a single soul demanded that of you. Talk about kicking a man when he's down. And I have had enough of that flippant larking of yours. We all have. Do you truly believe that not a single one of us have picked up the fact that all your levity was a means of relieving yourself of the burden that you had cast upon your own shoulders? None of us have ever demanded some impossible feat from you. What was it that you always said to describe yourself? That you are but a butchering blade that wields not itself, a tool wielded by willing hands? Why, Mentor, I know not what kind of shame or responsibilities a mere tool has, do you? Because I fail to see any.
He's a tool.
But the shame does not subside still. Then shroud your face with that bamboo hat of yours and live on. Live on so that you may repay your debts. Out of blades, out of arrows. Even the heart that sought death lies defeated at your feet. There is no stone left for my next gambit. There is nothing more. Indeed, perhaps there is some merit in your words. But I must retreat from this silly game of stones and become a fiend of blades.
Uh-oh.
Mentor, that's not what I said. Interesting. Whence did you hear that poem?
Uh-oh.
Yes, when inverted, a bamboo hat is like an unladen ship. Ungdu and Im Young-up were knocked away from Kim as though he bounced off by an invisible force. Kim raised his gaze to meet the empty air as though someone were there, a hollow laughter escaping his lips. We know who he's talking to.
Uh-oh.
Looks like I've been playing chess while you've been playing chess like an idiot.
It's that voice. But your last move was not a good one. Indeed, I did wish to become a blade. What did you do? Forge me into some indiscriminate one that cleaves blindly into friend and foe both. It seems that in your excitement you have cornered yourself with that last move. Well, as it seems I have had an opportunity to retrace our past moves, allow me to try something different this time. Oh, be not so vexed by this round. As you say, we never know what the next game shall bring. I appreciate and will treasure the other bits of your advice. But let us play by my rules for tonight's game. Something's different this time, innit? He ain't distorting. Is that an efflorescence, perhaps?
Man, okay, but what if I just played checkers instead? Fuck you.
Nothing is for certain indeed. Yet I trust the words of my last remaining follower. Yet I trust that the words of my last remaining follower have also reached your ears, huh? I am but a tool wielded by willing hands. Nothing in my life has ever been certain. I know not whether this move is what cements my defeat, but I desire to be a victorious stone nonetheless. Thank you. I'll take what encouragement I can.
Man at the board just yells, "Think fast!" Hucks a stone at their face, flips the table.
The strange invisible pressure dissipates, and the armored woman, In Young-up, readjusts her grip. Kim turned around to look at her, and I saw that a weighty shadow seemed to have been lifted from his face, replaced by a mix of relief and determination. A bit embarrassing to change my stance now, but now I'll fight to live. And I suppose you'll be okay with that?
Of course.
To hide from heaven's gaze this hat I wore. An empty boat, it bore my friends along. In bambooed veil we drift from shore to shore. With wine I don my hat to watch blooms throng. In mirth I doff that shroud to moon adore. So with this bamboo hat to veil my brow, though winds and rain may rage, I shall not throw.
I to me, bamboo-hatted one, speak your name, for I find your outfit dubious of character.
I am he who has mentored the lineage of blades to its premature end. I am he who has sought to bring salvation to the downtrodden to no avail. What to call a man who has failed to disburden himself of the world? How to name a man who has failed to bear the weight of the world? There is none. So call me Bamboo-Headed Kim, the treasonous wretch.
Man, at the start of this interval, he's like, "Oh man, that hat is so cringe. Why do I have to wear it? Do I gotta?"
And now I am free.
And now his fucking ego's the hat.
I may be cringe, but I'm free. The photos rapidly fold away from reality. Perhaps because Kim has successfully managed to face his own past. When the photographs and memories that were overlaid upon the fathoms pulled away, what remains is a man in dirty, ragged clothing. The fathoms of S-Corp slowly lose grip on the world, and soon reveal the fathoms of the distortion that was hidden beneath. I see residents of the back streets in their blissful highs from taking in the canned experiences, and a man who is watching them with disapproval. Why? Why is everyone running away from this? A baker always surrounded by the smell of freshly baked bread. A florist who makes lovely bouquets for graduating youngsters. A photographer who captures beautiful sights to remember. They're our lives, our experiences. You want to be a billionaire with an extravagant mansion and a nest? A legendary fixer who can make the syndicates cower in fear just by going on a stroll? What you get from those cans is not real. Is everything in your lives, all of this, just an empty means to an end, so you could get high on a fake purchase experience nailed to a can? If that's all your life is, then my life and the photographs I've taken are all... No, it can't be. My life, those experiences and memories I've photographed are different. You're all blindly consuming fake experience after fake experience without a care about a real thing. That's why you're all floundering, grasping at illusions. So let me show you things I've shot. The memories, the experiences, the reality of your lives. It was only in passing, but I glimpsed an unmistakable grimace, a scowl on Merceau's face. I reflected upon the events of today and could at least begin to guess as to why that might be. You don't believe there's any Go ahead.
Merceau fans losing their mind. He showed an expression.
You don't believe there's any experience in either the canned experience or that guy's photographs, do you, Merceau? Because experiences and memories aren't the same thing. What really distinguished them, I wasn't sure. Correct, manager. But what I knew was the distinction was, for whatever reason, important to Merceau. Huh? A figure materialized into a humanoid form, swirling out of the projector. He must be the distortion. And next to him is another figure, stumbling out in a giant suit of armor. But that thing's still alive? It is but an overlay of fathoms created within a distorted space. The concept of life and death has little meaning for such a thing. Yet faint does she grow. It must be that the distortion's power is waning.
Hark, accused one, for these are your crimes. The crime of fomenting chaos in a foreign wing while impersonating Chokmoons of Salpipio Agro Industries. The crime of exploiting the suffering of Salpipio Agro Industries downtrodden is a mere veil for one's own fathoms. And, though it be but part of a reenactment, impersonating a military commissioner of the kingdom without the royal decree. Pursuant to the law of the homeland, the accused is to be sentenced to death by beheading.
Before we even had a chance to step in or anything, the Fate Mirage-like warrior brought down her sword on the docugrapher's neck, decapitating him. Holy shit!
Man, imagine being such a loser that your fathoms get taken over by someone else's, and then you get murdered by them anyway.
Look, Kim is just that problematic.
You know, I was hoping that the N Corp dudes would just tackle that guy.
Bomb rush!
There he is, get him!
Can an entity of the Fathoms slay one outside it? Such an instance has heretofore never been observed, but as it's happening right now, before our eyes, I can only say yes. Young Up is a woman of principle. She would have done the same to the bitter end had she truly been here. As the headless
His
bot.
memory of this woman is so firm that it just manifested just long enough to murder this dude for blatant violations of the law.
Imagine loving your girlfriend so much that your imagination decapitates any besmirchment of her.
Damn.
As the headless body of the inflection point crumples to the floor, Im Young Op's shape slowly phases out of reality. We found ourselves back in the projection room. And there...
No, wait! Dude, don't tell me that headless corpses!
We found a large corp of injured N-Corp staff thrown pell-mell about the room, and Ezra, who was looking down at the headless body of the docugrapher. I've never heard the term pell-mell.
And I have.
돌아오고 있어요.
Damn, she did a lot of work.
다시 사람의 형상으로.
To be fair, she's also the best
방식으로는
unit on your
절대
team.
도달하지 못했을 결과일
Because
거예요.
she's the most recent.
Yeah.
이젠 좀 알 것
Power
같네요.
creepy, like...
S사로 떠나기 전까지
Power
제가
creepy, like, what if we made
현장
Ishmael
무엇을
even better
배워가면
again?
좋을지.
The subject.
Yep, right, gotcha, team leader. And that's the initial report done. Good work, guys. Yes, Kim got Carmened twice. First when he
First
distorted...
Oh, I say he's not the first one, but go on.
Yeah.
I just love the idea of just like, oh, this game again? Fuck that, we're playing Parcheesi.
First when he distorted, and that was thanks in part to the monolith he was in the room with. And then in the middle of that dungeon of fathoms, he was like, "But how about if I don't?"
What if I just did this instead? It seems really
He wasn't
cool.
even... How about if I don't? Engdu and Im Young Op fucking pulled him out. His memory of his ex pulled him out.
Yup.
I love my ex so much. Tucking a radio back in, Ezra commended us in a relieved voice. The distortion has perished in the mission. Will that not cause trouble?
Yeah, that kind of sucks, but it's not like you guys could help it. Who would have thought that the distortion would kill its own inflection point? If we knew... Go ahead.
No, you go first. I'll explain after.
If we knew that in advance, we probably would have prepared something to stop it, but
I think it's like happened with Kim and the cow dude, right? His name is
Dongrong. Yeah.
Dongrong, yeah.
Dongrong, yeah. Basically, it means having not one, but two earth-shattering breakdowns.
Carmen just showing up like, oh, you're especially fucked up.
Pretty much.
Hi, it's me again. It's a fucking bitch that I hate.
Basically, it means
As Amonur says, we've seen it in reverse order back in Runa with Philip, but he didn't effloresce ego, he had unstable ego, which is a meaningful difference because once you effloresce, you cannot distort.
And Philip was also super unstable, and Oswald didn't help.
He sure fucking didn't.
He just sat there
that was also...
Oswald just was like, oh, this is cool, but what if I made you worse? And then Carmen was like, hey, bestie. I like this guy.
To be fair, that, as far as I know, can't really happen anymore.
What, unstable egos? Yeah, because
Angela stabilized the light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's for the LCD and team leader to investigate. All in all, this mission was still a success, since we managed to eradicate that distortion from MenCorp, not to mention satisfying our client. Also...
Ezra looks towards Angdu and Kim with a lighthearted shrug, clearly less concerned than she had been earlier.
Now I finally know why you've been disappearing on your own without letting us know. Glad you don't seem to have any more reason to, though, so it's all good. Hey, that's the real win of this mission in my book.
Yeah, you got a new fucking ego user. It can't be that bad.
Phew! Point is, we did it! We did the thing! It's done! Gosh, I swear I am never doing one of these without the team leader ever again. Seriously, I got this close to losing it more than a few times.
Seeing that the responsibility of looking after her LCD juniors has kept her stress and high strung throughout the whole mission. I hadn't noticed it, but her brow had finally relaxed, bringing back that chipper Ezra that I was more familiar with. Thus, I shall not abide by any more of your indolence. You will now join us on missions and tasks as you are expected to. Is that understood, mentor? Ungdu, would you mind releasing the hems on my sleeve? Oh, what I wouldn't give to lie down and pass out right about now. The raw emotion in Kim's voice had likewise faded, and with Angdu's voice no longer as barbed as it had been in the Fathoms, it seemed to me that the two were back to the more relaxed selves that I knew. Can't exactly say more relaxed for Kim, though, because it's kind of always been, at least from what I've seen, but in any case.
I'm gonna work him like a dog.
Fine, you are released. Whew. You gave me, a hard shake. I don't feel so good. Say, Angdu, I'm afraid they might have gone overboard with upgrading your arm. With your hem released, allow me to reiterate that... Stop! My heart finds peace as well when I watch them bicker. Is everyone doing okay? Yes, Executive Manager. Our forces have only suffered minor injuries that do not require you to go through the trouble of rewinding. Hang on, mate, I got a dislocated shoulder. I can pop that right back into place for you. I've taken care of such simple injuries in the field. Yeah, guess what happens the last time I let you do that? You rotated my bloody arm the wrong way and turned the bones of my shoulder into little chips. Don't sweat it, I'll rewind it. By now, I've already grown used to the pain of rewinding the sinner's injuries. A dislocated shoulder shouldn't be a big deal.
I have aught to ask thee. Clarification, if thou wilt.
Yeah?
Dost thou recall how, as we battled the N-Corp's pin frame team, the foes have taken photographs of us?
Don Quixote becomes invisible.
Also, I want you to know that my favorite meme to come out of this intervallo has been fucking pictures of Kim over Angdu going, she's not bouncing on it, she's ripping it off!
Uh-huh. And?
They are those who are sent to identify and capture the one who hath violated the taboo, forsooth. As we stood in their path, 'tis no mystery why we had come to Bose, yet I find this to be most perplexing. Wherefore did they take so many photographs of us?
Huh. Maybe they were taking them to report locations? Recording footage is taboo in Encore, meaning they can't install security cameras. Their only option for keeping a consistent record when tracking down a case of person is by photographs.
Thine words hold water, yet most puzzling forsooth. For I recall with clarity that, from a certain point, they had begun photographing us with renewed obsession.
Oh, hey, that sounds like a question for Merceau.
Oh yeah, Wang, how good are you with French?
Fairly good. I wouldn't say proficient, but I could, like, say most things when I see them.
Sure.
Okay.
I think I had one trouble with a word that is, like, probably some of the most common used French, but I
Just hold on to that thought.
Okay. Given how often I had to rely on the information Merceau had provided me this mission, I think I got enough practice on how to phrase my questions in the right way and pull the answers I need. I couldn't get him to tell us all his own judgments on the matter, but since he seems to have a near photographic memory of what he's seen, photographic. Yeah. Merceau, do you remember how many pictures of us the N-Corp staff took? I do. 56. That's a lot of pictures. Wait, you actually remember the exact number of times they shot us? I do. It's always so neat seeing his memory in action. So, did you get the chance to see which one of us he got the most photographs taken of? I did.
Rodian actually asking the important question.
Ooh, who is it? Who is it? Is it me? I make for a fine model if I do say so myself. Yeah, girl, you do.
It was me.
She's not special.
It was my fat fucking tits.
My tits are fatter than yours, Rhodia. Come on. No, it wasn't you. It was me. Huh? Why? I mean, what's the most statistically likely reason that it was you? It was at that exact moment that I heard the sound of pebbles crunching under boots approaching us louder and louder.
What the heck?
N-Corp?
God dang, are you here because we beat up some of your guys? Listen here, we had to because of the distortion, see?
It's as she says. The skirmish was an unfortunate consequence of combating the distortion phenomenon. Limbus Company provides a customer damage compensation program in such unforeseen events. Instead of engaging us in battle, please elect to contact the emergency response team at our headquarters as your first. Yes, we fully understand the circumstances surrounding the battle, and we intend to submit an expeditious request for damage compensation, as you have recommended. But we are here on different business, so if you'd be so kind as to let us speak. Different business? They are here to arrest me, manager. This is the one thing that I was spoiled on. Manager, they are here to arrest me. Please help. Hold on. Merceau, let's hear them out. Wait, what? Merceau did not resist. He walked past us and joined the group of N-Corp employees. Please confirm that you're Merceau, formerly one who nails and former member of the maintenance and management team at the Grand Magazine Sisyphe headquarters. Confirmed. By decree of the Giants, you have been expelled from N-Corp with imprisonment as the penalty for non-compliance. Pursuant to Article 12 of the eviction regulations, you have also been informed that the remaining in N-Corp's district for more than 6 hours may subject you to immediate arrest. Please confirm that your memory pertaining to the above incident has not been expunged and you are of sound mind to recall it in entirety. Confirmed. Very well. Then, in keeping with regulations, I hereby notify you that you are now subjected to arrest and transport. Place your hands behind your back and please offer no resistance. I am required to inform you that your resistance may incur further penalties. Wait, stop! What the hell's going on? Wait, forget all that. Did you know this would happen, Merceau? Merceau, who stood calmly with his arms behind his back as the N-Corp employees handcuffed him, nodded placidly in my direction. I did, manager. Then why the hell did you... It was less a question and more a reflex, but I didn't want to hear it. But I didn't hear his reply to know why. Right. I never asked, did I? You did not. I'd say you should have warned us way earlier, but your just reply, I will follow those instructions going forward, right? Yes, I would. Subject now in custody. From this moment onward, you're considered a suspect and will be transported to N-Corp headquarters for your trial. As for the rest of you, would you be the organization the subject is a part of? Organize your ass? What the bloody hell do you think it... Heathcliff, you're about to antagonize N-Corp. In the absence of a reasonable, justifiable cause, such as a contract, Engaging in battle with the city's corporate entities is strongly discouraged. Yeah? We're supposed to twiddle our thumbs while they drag him away?
Yeah.
This must be another piece of information they neglected to tell me. Yet another development that was set in stone. Despite her calm and collected explanation, I could tell that it was not a pleasant situation for Faust either, as she was sending an uncomfortable glance at the N-Corp employees. So, where are you taking him? A retrial will be scheduled for the execution of the exile sentence. They replied dispassionately as they took Merceau into custody. We looked back at them, not knowing what to do or say. The late afternoon sun pricked at us like 1,000 hot needles. That's really good. That's really fucking good. Merceau, now in cuffs, gazed at us with an expression that would not seem out of place on any ordinary day.
One who nails. I don't think that was Guido's position, was it? Guido was a Glosshammer, wasn't he?
Yes. I believe so.
Yeah. So, Merceau being a former one who nails is definitely interesting.
Wasn't N-Corp Sinclair to be the one who nails?
No, he was to be the one who grips.
Okay.
One who shall be gripped.
And that's the Intervalio.
So anyone saying Kim suffered from aura loss clearly didn't finish the fucking Intervalo.
Yeah, no. Kim not only maintained his aura, but gained more.
I'm cool now. Kim, you were always cool.
제가 분명 말했죠? 뛰어봤자 벼룩이라니까요.
In another reality, this would be a 2-star.
Yeah.
I could get one more thing. But, I have to be boring because I'm fucking dying.
Also, I want you to take a second to, once again, look at the cover for that ID that you just got and know that they knew what they were doing.
The cover of that ID I just got. Hang on a second.
The image.
Yeah, I'm just,
yeah, look at the picture.
What am I looking for here?
Ansby holding that leash.
Yeah, you wouldn't get it. You're not into dudes.
I guess I wouldn't.
It's not about being into dudes.
Fair enough.
It's God. Now I'm just reminded of like. No, I'll explain it after.
I'm too basic for this, apparently.
He's not ripping out guts. That's a rope.
Yeah, that is a rope because he's a slave catcher.
Ah, I see.
Yep.
I think this is a pretty good tagline. Is M gone? M?
Merceau.
Maybe. The developers have not been shy to take away a character during their Intervalio. It's happened twice in fact,
Look at
hasn't
you, Greg.
Well, the thing is, we're not shown. Well, it depends on where we're gonna go next. Because the thing is, Merceau's being arrested, but it didn't say anything about us going with him.
And yeah, Greg, Don Quixote, Ryoshu all have been missing during their Intervalios. Intervalios? Cantos.
I'm just gonna post some stuff to the Discord. Some great meme images that come out of this.
I like the one where it's just sunglasses descending upon Kim. But yeah, that's it for Mnestic Experience. But I do have a train to catch. Also, wow, we went a little bit over, but I don't mind. I admittedly took a nap, so I'm not feeling tired, but it's gonna fuck with my work schedule.
Wayne doing the refraction railway, finding out that he's gonna end it on 67 turns. Like, no, I have to sandbag.
I would just jump out a window if that happened.